leading.
And then you're letting him lead you. It doesn't matter how you feel.
Saying he's led by God, but you feel like God is not telling y'all that. Do you still follow him?
You said something interesting, Ish. You just said like men don't think the way that women do. So it almost sounds like you don't fully trust their expertise. So how could you successfully be led by
So the
women?
majority of men don't have kids. Y'all are picking wrong. Y'all are literally picking the minority.
Every man that's on this panel, y'all have more kids than all of us women.
51% of black men are single and childless.
Excuses for the statistics. The statistics don't bode well in your favor. So you say things like, okay, are they shooting blanks? Or they
because men, I don't feel like men are overall passive aggressive. The majority of men. Do you think that silence is that passive aggressive? Because we will do that.
Yeah, because there's niggas that'll use that as a way to trigger a woman. Like, because a lot of time a woman will tell you, like, when you're silent, it makes me feel like I'm ignored. So a nigga will do that intentionally.
Yeah, no, I'm just because I didn't agree with the passive aggressive part until Mary said that. I'm like, okay, I can see men and be like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing else. Will unsubscribing from the Democratic Party help fix Black America?
Let's just unsubscribe. No, you got to know why.
I don't think so.
That's the only thing that get black people together. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Wow.
Like that.
What I think will fix is if black people truly understood politics.
Because for a guy, because listen, it's so many different reasons for a man to want to hang out with his friends.
Adrian, I'm not gonna let that slide. I heard you. Why do you think that it's older single women who share that opinion?
Sometimes that's the case. There has to be
Explain
balance.
what White History Month is.
It's honoring the achievements of the greatest ethnic group in human history.
Wow.
I think all of that shit deserves a put them in the bathroom.
Would you rather have a whore of a daughter or a gay son?
Let's see here.
bruh.
Because if she's a hoe, that ain't my problem. Hell, she just be a hoe. Shit.
That's a whore. Definitely. Like,
yeah, is going to college a waste of time?
Absolutely.
I wouldn't think for biology. It's ridiculous.
And can I just piggyback on that?
Read this for me, Q.
Okay, $5 super chat from Omega Green. Depends. Go for STEM, medical or law. However, if you go for BS degrees like communications, is that supposed to be policies? Or
poli-sci, political science.
Poli-sci, okay. Yeah. Or criminal justice, it's wasted time.
Final thought.
When you take a man's time, it's like taking his money. When you take a man's money, it's like taking his time. Simply put, we want something for it. If you're not interested, don't go out. Sis, hit me up. Let's clear your coochie balance.
Do women, should they still be covered by men? Do women need to understand what it takes for men to feel like they should be covered by men?
Yeah, absolutely. Like, women don't value men anymore, and it's evident.
For women to admit that they're not equal to their men, women have to come to that conclusion that you are not equal to your man. Are you for spanking? Let's go around the room, yes or no. Q, you for spanking?
Absolutely.
Age.
Okay, so big kids don't get spankings?
You gotta fight them niggas.
There's no difference between divorced women and single mothers. The man will, in both circumstances, suffer comparably with no benefit to himself. The benefits don't outweigh the cost.
But it's still better to go with someone who hasn't gone through that. It's still better to not choose.
Have men been getting over on household duties all this time?
Listen, but I don't touch a trash bag to save my life.
So let me ask you, could you and your wife switch roles in what you do versus what for that person hold y'all back or let y'all go?
Physically, can't nobody hold me back.
Ain't no such thing as a fair fight.
Direction, choose your own path.
Don't just wear anything. Word garments that mean something. We got hats. We got sweatshirts. We got jackets. We even got hoodies. Let's not forget our classic tees. Direction, choose your own path.
The message is always in the cloth, the colors, the designs, the fit. Basically, pay attention, stay alert, and remember, choose your own path.
Yo, we here. You can hear the Stampede in the building.
What up, baby? Here, ready to get into this topic.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Cook this up quick, man. Like we in a level 2 with a microwave. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. So I was thinking through it, thinking about. Oh, first of all, let me say what's up. My bad, I'm wilding. Mr. TK, what up, though? Yeah, man, we're trying to diversify, make it make sense. You know what I mean? I think we got a good thing going. If y'all didn't know, please understand that this is the HQ. Headquarters is also a double entendre. If you don't get it, you won't get it. So we here, goddammit. You already know.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Make sure I get the merch, man. It's in the description. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a good one, man. Welcome, happy. How do they say it? Happy Monday. What the fuck do people say?
Yeah, happy anything.
Well, hey, just ready to be happy, I guess. You know what I mean? Monday. I feel like you gotta jump start the week. Obviously, we got a bunch of different shows, but it was more so Q's idea that let's see if we can make this pop on Mondays. Get people going. Mondays be boring and shit. You got all the meetings, but we pick lunchtime because that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact everybody don't work 8 hours a day. I don't give a shit what you say. You might be in that office. You ain't doing no work. You probably 2 or 3 hours. Y'all motherfuckers is really putting in pain. Keep it a buck. So we here. We got the POV Tuesday nights. This might be risky Wednesday nights. We got risky midday. Tuesday at 12 p.m. as well. And then we know we do the pop-ups, man. Some shit get jumping, you know what I mean? Ain't no telling when we're gonna hop on. So follow us, like, share, subscribe, tell a friend and tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Q, what's up, man? You got any shows? Anything you need to plug? What's popping?
Right now, you know what I mean? You know the merch, you see it. Make sure y'all follow the page.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Clothing.us. You feel me?
Yeah, man. I like it. So, you know, I usually do the lead in for the topic, but I don't know how to approach this one. So, you want to talk it in, or should I play the video first and then we can have a conversation? Drop the link. What you want to do?
Nah, I think you should play the video. I think the same thing we felt. Everybody else need to get that.
Wow.
All right. Yeah, man. Stacks, you already know, bro. All right, let me play this video, man. Hit that like button as soon as you come in the stream, man. There's 23 people in here so far. Should be 23 likes, no question. We got 10 likes. Come on now.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
I mean, let's do the right thing. All right, let me share my screen real quick. Q, why do people always have why do they miss the like button? It's up top, right in the middle.
I don't even know.
It's a weird thing. All right. This shit. Let's see.
My boyfriend James. I'm a masculine presenting woman. and I am a feminine presenting straight man.
Wow.
Merrin and James met online after a chance comment from Merrin on TikTok sparked a conversation between the pair.
Just was posting different pictures of myself, like dress femme, dress mask, and I had commented on this other Mexican girl's TikTok who was talking about how she thought that femme men were cute, and I was like, oh my god, girl, you're talking about me, honey.
And then I saw his comment under that video. That's how I got to his profile. And then I saw his videos and I was like, I'll just flirt with him just for fun.
But I was also thinking in my head, like, this is just going to be a fun thing that happens for a couple days and then it'll be over with. I never thought that it would be a real thing.
I'm Merrin, and this is my boyfriend James. I'm a masculine presenting woman.
I ain't never seen no shit like this before.
Bruh.
I never see Darren say, yo.
That's crazy. That was nuts.
Damn, man. Crown Reese, what up, though? Q, break this down for me.
All right. So he said he's a... Hold on. He said he's
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
He's a feminine presenting straight man.
Mm-hmm.
She says she is a masculine presenting woman.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely giving the orientation is gay.
Yeah.
On both sides, but they identify as men and women, like male and female. Damn, I got a lot to say on it. I got a lot to say.
Monologue.
I feel like, damn. Okay, is it weird? It's weird as fuck, right? It's weird as fuck. Is it gay? Yes, the shit is gay as fuck.
Wow.
Feminine presenting straight men.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
However, if this is their truth, I think that I appreciate the fact that let me land. I appreciate the fact that they're honest, and for all the people that be bashing 2 women and 2 men for being together because y'all can't procreate, don't seem like they got that problem. So I definitely want y'all to check in. If somebody want to hit the link and come up, like, please speak on that, because y'all be really going in with that shit when it comes to the gay community. But they do got that advantage. I'll give them that. You're muted.
Wait a minute.
We waiting.
Is there something wrong with that shit or not? That picture.
There's a lot wrong with the picture. When we talk about male and female dynamic, there's a lot wrong with that picture. I mean, I got a lot of questions, but they not here to answer them. You know what I mean? Because it's like, is that a lesbian household? Like, he's sitting on her lap. He says he's feminine presenting, but he calls himself straight. So that's the part that takes it and fucks it all up. Because if he's saying he's only into women, what does that make him?
He's a liar. That's what it makes him. It makes him a liar. Marcus, what up? But one thing though, why did you end your monologue with living your truth? This is bullshit.
Because that's their truth. That's he keeping it a bug. He's not like, come on, Hemp, you don't want me to go down that road.
He's fucking lying, is what I'm saying.
Hemp. At least he said he's feminine presenting. At least we got that far.
What does that mean? Yo, come on, man. That's the one. Go ahead.
No lie. I really had a discussion one time with this guy who says that he believes that there can be effeminate men who are not gay. And I said, I don't think that's a such thing. However, if this man don't got nothing under his track record that says he's ever been with a man, he's only been with women.
Who?
The dude on the left.
Hold on, man. I gotta do more recon on this shit.
Yeah, I mean, if he don't got no traction with a ton of masculine presenting women, again, my thing would be what makes him want to be with a woman who in a sense dominates too. That can come across as gay. But remember, y'all niggas said ain't no such thing as gay tendencies.
No, there's what you mean?
When I was saying like most men are gay. Most men
aren't gay though. You were wilding with that shit. Down with the $2. This is just as wrong as lesbians and gay. Let me look at this shit, y'all. We need to do this recon together. I got to get more context to this conversation, man. Hit the like button. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. Q had a great monologue, and then she ended it with, but live in your truth, which threw me all the way off.
Wow.
So let's get more recon on this shit. See my screen, Q?
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let me get out. Let me see what camera I want. This one. Cause you wilding right now. All right.
Nah.
Look at your mans, yo.
With James. This is Merrin. She fell in love with James.
I'm a masculine presenting woman.
And I am a feminine presenting straight man. I guess people perceive us as weird as a couple because we don't follow the regular status quo. We don't look like how they want us to look.
The couple met through TikTok, and despite not being each other's usual type,
I was identifying as gay because it was.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here.
Cute.
Can't let him land though.
Than explaining all the ins and outs of who I was.
I've only dated girls in the past.
The most frequent question we get.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
Is who is the woman? Or like who is the girl? Who is the boy? Who is the man?
Miss you. Fuck. How was your flight?
I'm hungry.
Hi, I'm Marin, and this is my boyfriend James. I'm a masculine presenting woman.
And I am a feminine presenting straight man.
Merrin and James met online after a
Are you fucking kidding me? Look at this. Yo.
I had commented on this other masculine girl's TikTok who was talking about
profile with him just for fun.
But
connection this strong, Merrin and James were keen to meet. And even after their first date, this couple knew their relationship was going to be something special, despite not being each other's usual type.
Yeah.
Yo, that's not presentation. That
I likes to make the joke that I came out the womb masculine because
Honey was wearing boy clothes in elementary school.
So I've only dated girls in the past. I'm very much attracted to femininity as a whole. I love that just his energy is very feminine. Like sometimes he'll like this is not, the little jacket's not feminine, but the way he's acting is feminine.
My sexuality was all over the place, very much. In high school, I was like this full straight, like almost hyper masculine version of myself where like I was still one of the girls. However, I was pulling girls. And then I got to college and I was like, yeah, that ain't it. Not for me. So I was identifying as gay because it was easier than explaining all the ins and outs of who I was. Like never really just jumped all in with a man. I never had any interest in doing that. So
what does that mean, Q? What does that mean? See,
I mean he's gay for real, but he's not.
When the world went on shutdown in 2020, I was on TikTok constantly, like everybody was.
All right, hold on. This shit is crazy. Yo, what are we doing here?
Nah, real shit though.
What are we doing here?
It is gay. It is gay. Again, they don't identify as it, but it is gay. The only thing that I respect is that they are honest about saying who they are. Because again, you have masculine acting men who are closeted, who are down low, who are not walking in their truth. Them the type of niggas I don't like that shit. Like, don't even stand next to me in line. You're untrustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
But for somebody to say, this is what I am, this is how who I am, this is how I live, and they walking in that shit ain't easy. So you gotta respect that.
No. So, but the thing is, the nigga saying he's not gay. So why are you giving him so much credit of being truthful?
Because he is saying that he's feminine presenting. We gotta call it gay for him. We gotta. I would tell him to his face that you're gay.
So that's what I'm saying. Why are you giving him so many kudos of being walking in some truth that he's not walking
in? It could be a reason, like a mental reason, that he doesn't identify as gay, but he's not closeted about it. Like the nigga is outwardly wearing heels. He's outwardly saying, "This is what I'm putting out there. This is who I'm attracted to." It don't sound like he's forcing himself to be with that woman to try to hide some lifestyle. You know what I mean? Like, not like when straight men marry straight, or when men marry straight women, and then they don't present themselves as effeminate, but they got a nigga on the side.
I understand your point. I just don't. I think that you don't have to have respect for all honesty. Honesty, just because you're being honest, don't mean I gotta respect it either. That shit looks fucking retarded,
right?
And you gotta call it out. Hold on, John the Baptist. John the Baptist with the $10. Deuteronomy 22:5 out of the NIV. A woman must not wear a man's clothing, nor a man wear woman's clothing, for the Lord your God detests anyone who does this. Any thoughts on this?
Yeah, I mean, thoughts on that is that's wrong to John according to his religious beliefs.
What you mean?
So John the Baptist says that is wrong, and then he says, according to my religious beliefs and according to what the Bible that I believe in says, it is wrong. And I can quote scripture to tell you that it is wrong because it is wrong to me. So that's some personal shit.
Well, specifically in Hebrew here, the word, the clothing that is referring to, the word is labor. And it actually speaking about warriors' clothing and warriors' garment here, out of the King James. So even that is something you gotta kind of, he might have to break down, you know what I mean? Because they ain't talking about just regular clothes, he's talking about like warrior shit. The word labor.
Right. So you're saying back then God wasn't saying don't put heels on if you're a man.
No, he was talking to women.
I'll pull that up again.
Yeah, so this right here is the NIV, which has always been problematic. So this transliteration is one of the worst. So I never referred to this one ever. And what I mean by transliteration is it was translated and then they added the alliteration of no, I think it means X, Y, and Z. So as opposed to looking at the Dead Sea Scrolls or like the old Hebrew text and just saying word for word, this one's like, oh well, let me put this on it instead. Like sauce. So nobody don't really fuck with this Bible right here.
Scary shit right there, Hemp.
Yeah, you just gotta read. That's why you gotta know some of the original language. You know what I'm saying? So you can properly discern. But you're right, it can get messy. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So that, but you don't want to do that with me right now. You already know the vibes when we get to that type of shit. You already know. I start spanking that ass. Although it'd be a bloody mess on this goddamn screen. But the boy is gay. I mean, I just don't I just think it's. I just don't know why you showing so much respect for that shit. He ain't saying he's gay. He gotta say that shit. He talking about feminine presenting. What the fuck is that?
But has he ever been with a man? If he ain't never slept with a man,
he has. When
he said that,
he said he was gay. He was telling niggas he was gay. Only gay niggas tell niggas they gay. Come on, man.
He said,
wow.
Nah, fuck that. He said that he used to say that just to make sense of it. But he said he never went all the way there with a man. So in his eyes, he's not gay. You see what I'm saying? But we know he is. I would tell him to his face, dude, you're gay.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Podcast with the $5 says might just be lazy or not enough funds to go trans. This is gay with extra steps. John the Baptist with the $10. Deuteronomy 22:5, King James version. The women shall not wear which pertaineth unto a man, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. For all that do so are an abomination to the Lord thy God. Thank you, John. This is better.
Different to the same shit, right?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah. But just in terms of what it's talking about, that word in Hebrew is still the word. But yeah, I mean, that shit, even if you're outside the Bible, regardless, that shit is ridiculous.
So what makes it difficult for you to accept that as his truth?
I don't believe in subjective truth. You know that.
Damn.
Truth is not subjective. And the more you make it subjective, the more the world goes to shit. You don't have to stand on anything. Principle is invalid if everything is subjective, especially truth.
Mm-hmm. Well, how about this? How about like if somebody identifies as a cat, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know they're not a cat.
Mm-hmm.
Do you let them believe that they're a cat because they're going to fight you on it?
No.
And just know, I know you're not a cat. I'm not going to call you a cat because I know you're not a cat, and allow their truth to be their truth.
No, of course not. I'm like, you look stupid. You're not a cat. Get the fuck up. You see how your hands are bloody from walking on them? Because you're not a cat.
That's what I'm saying. So you know that they're not a cat. You're going to tell them they're not a cat, right? You're not co-signing their truth, but at the end of the day, how do you end that off?
I'm gonna grab them by like this because they're gonna be on all fours, and I'm gonna bring them to a hospital. They need to get help. You can't just say what you want and then I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Nah, something ain't right.
So that's what you're doing. You take people to hospitals.
You got to, like, especially when people belong to me, then I really can. See, I know this dude, right? His kids ain't right. You know what I'm saying? They got to get admitted here, admitted there. They having problems. But he presents like everything's hunky-dory. But let me ask you, one of your sons, they got to go to a mental institution because they thinking about offing themselves and things of that nature. You present like you hunky-dory. I should acknowledge that. I should respect that. Or should I say, yo, motherfucker, you not good.
No, you know me personally. You could say that.
But also, you walking around like shit is sweet. That ain't cool. That ain't the truth.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like you can do. How can I say? You can definitely do that. You can say you're not good, right? You put that out there.
Yeah.
If the person doesn't receive it, what do you do with that part? You see what I'm saying? Like that's really what it is.
Oh, I understand. I understand what you're saying. You don't control people. However, their truth shouldn't be acknowledged is the point. I don't need to respect it or tell them that it's okay when it's not okay.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. However, what I respect is the, how can I say it, the honesty of it, right? Like knowing, okay, how can I put it? If the nigga just said, I'm a straight man, I'm a straight man. That's not going over the same, like that doesn't go over well with me in the same way. But because he's able to say, I'm feminine presenting, he's with pride, showing himself, putting on women's shoes and shit like that. That what is closeted about that? What's sneaky or secretive about that?
I'm not saying he's being sneaky. I'm saying he's being disingenuous as hell. And for him not to say he's gay, and the white girl that he with is a mask in itself for some offy shit that people giving respect that they shouldn't, and it's just perpetuating more madness. You can't figure out what is what the more you let everybody truth be their truth. How do you figure shit out? You got kids to raise. How are you figuring this shit out? So son woke up. They say, baby boy say, Ma, or whatever. I don't know how, that's what I'm saying. I can't even give you a scenario. Yo, is he gay? He's like, no, I just dress like a girl. The fuck are you talking about? Like, yo, John the Baptist with the $10. Romans 1:26 through it says, the King James says, for this causes God to give him up to vile affections. For even their women did change their natural use into that which is against nature.
Damn, John, you got a lot of Bible scripture for shit. You've been holding on to that for years, huh? I can't wait to throw this shit in a gay person's face.
These are pretty standard ones too. Damn. And then the white girl, she says she been dating girls.
Yeah.
But so now she's trying to say she's drawn to femininity, not the gender. Make that make sense.
I can't. That shit's off as fuck.
Wow. Yo. I'm trying to understand this shit, man. So if you was self-identifying, does this resonate with you? Are you a masculine presenting woman?
I don't know what the fuck that means, him. That's what I'm saying. I don't get into the definitions and the labels and all that other shit like that.
You are one of, let me just tell you this. You are one of the worst gay niggas I know, bro. You don't know nothing about LGBTQ shit.
Nope. So when they be like, that's your community, I'll be dying laughing because I'm like, okay, if you say so.
Yo, man.
Y'all be knowing more than me.
So that's why it's too much confusion.
It is, and that's the thing, right?
Yeah.
The spokesperson for the community a lot of times be the worst, because how do you explain all that? Like it starts to just really all sound terrible. Like, for example, back in the day when I was like first coming out, I didn't know how to. So when the guy said, there was something he said that resonated with me, like saying he was gay just to kind of basically appease people, because certain things you can't really explain to people for them to understand. So it's like, oh, let me give you something that's tangible. Like, oh, I'm gay. Like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Kind of like what you're looking for from him. But when it became like, you're gay, and I'm like, well, yeah, I'm into women. And the church would say, so you're choosing sin. Oh my God, I used to have such a hard time accepting that. No, I'm not. No, being gay is not a choice. Being gay and living a gay life is not a choice. I was on that bandwagon. So one day I really sat with that shit. Yeah, it's a choice. I'm choosing to be in the act of. Yeah. That's a choice. And when it happened again, it was somebody like trying to like shame me with it, like, oh, you're choosing to be gay. You're right, I am. And I have no regrets. And that shit was so liberating. So when I see gay people, the spokesperson for gay people take those arguments and those positions to just defend the shit instead of being honest about what it all is, that bothers me now. It's like, don't bother defending it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, this whole, people are born, everybody's born gay. Like, stop defending that shit.
Well, so I don't believe in free will. So you are right. people have urges to do a whole bunch of shit, and the refraining from doing them is how you avoid the sin. I mean, point blank, because what you know what I mean. So you ain't wrong. So let's say those men that y'all be capping about 50% being gay, they don't act on that shit. Whatever them thoughts is, I mean, technically they'll be in the clear, but that shit, y'all wilding with the fucking 50%. Why do women want to make all these niggas gay? Because these women are unattractive or unwanted.
No, I don't think that's it, him. I think it really is like I'm telling y'all gotta open your eyes and pay attention. But to that point, okay, now why y'all won't take this nigga? He said he's straight. Would that knock the numbers down?
Stevie Wonder could see he gay. Come on, man. Like,
but if all you could do is say you're straight, that was my whole argument that day. If all you could do is say you're straight,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Niggas doing gateway gateway drug activity in the bedroom. That's an open door leading right down that road, but that's not gay. But him having heels and being effeminate is gay.
No,
but
I'm saying so some niggas be capping is what you're saying. All right, cool. It is it is a extreme minority of men that are gay. He is just straight, just telling a fucking lie. Like, y'all gotta.
One of your mans came in the comments and said, if a man is doing acts with his woman and it's not being performed by a man, it's not gay. So she could butt plug and do all that shit as long as she's a woman doing that to you. That's not gay because it's not two niggas. So how he can't wear heels and be feminine presented, but he said he's straight.
Technically, is the nigga gay? Right? We asked that question before, but the other thing is,
I would call him gay because he's effeminate.
He's effeminate, but but effeminate is gay, or is effeminate?
Nah, that's gay.
Okay.
Especially in his case, because
that's the fucking point then, nigga.
Let me finish. In his case, because he's with a masculine presenting woman. So that's why I'm like, it starts to get weird at that point, because then who's really the nigga?
Who you talking about, boy, in the thing?
Yeah.
Look at this nigga, man. Hold on.
And I was like, oh my God, these TikTok lesbians are so fine. So that's like the first time I was exposed to like masculinity through a woman.
Now,
fuck out here. Yo, this nigga looks crazy, man.
But if he want to sit on his woman's lap, he living and walking in his truth.
Yo, this nigga's gay. Stop. See, you putting a battery in homeboy back talking about, yo, I respect it because you living in your truth. No, he's not. He's saying he's not gay. That shit is gay if a man is attracted to masculine energy. You agree?
And if he's walking in feminine energy, yeah. But I said that even with supposedly straight men who do that, then I'd be wrong.
John with the $10. Romans 1:25 out the King James. Who changed the truth of God into a lie and worshipped and served the creatures more than the creator, who is blessed forever? Amen.
All right, John. John getting into heaven. I could tell that.
It depends, man.
The rest of us gonna be on the fence.
A lot of the Christians don't keep the commandments, so they be fucked on a low. They just don't know it. Them niggas be eating chopped cheese with bacon on it, and then they be coming at gay people. I'm like, nigga, you in the same boat, cowboy. Oh shit, man. Damn.
Oh shit.
I don't know.
That's a whole episode here. Obese Christians versus gays.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit
the
like
one
that.
thing. So we on the same page until you talk about his truth. that's where you fucking up. Here's your irresponsibility in that. You raising up boys.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where you become irresponsible in acknowledging everybody's truth, because those boys need guidance, real answers. If they come to you saying, yo, ma, this nigga had heels on and he got a boy girlfriend, even though she a girl, but then he told me he ain't gay, but he had heels on, ma. How are we supposed to let me get so I was in the store with my daughter. She's like 7 or 8, 6. So this dude, burly as hell, he had a wig on and shit. So she just like, Daddy, is that a boy? I'm like, yeah. So she went to go run get some candy. Then he like, sir, I don't identify. This is like 2016, right? In DC on Benning Road. I said, nigga, you think I'm about to fuck her trajectory up because you want to have a wig on, nigga? I said, I got a responsibility to her. I'm not about to mess up her understanding for you. I could care less about you when it comes to her. So how are you going to answer these questions if you giving credence to everybody's truth?
Okay. Yeah, see? And then just the other night, I sat down with one of my relatives, and the person that she's in a relationship with is a female who's transitioning. And I brought up the topic about pronouns and my position on it. Like, I'm not going to call you by your pronouns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she was bringing like her own, and see, I'm even doing it now. She was bringing her own clarity to it. Like, well, this is what it is for me, and this, that, and the third. I said, do you get bothered if somebody calls you by your first name? No. Okay, so then I'll call you by your first name. You see what I'm saying? Like,
but
I'm not gonna call you something that you're not, unless I don't know. Like, I got a friend who I didn't know that they were trans. So when I met them, they were a man. So by default, I'm always like he. Like, I can't go backwards and enforce myself to say she, because I didn't meet them as that. They don't look like a she. That's he.
But why do you concede in saying, okay, fine, to compromise, I'm gonna call you by your name only?
Because at that point, it's blatantly disrespectful now.
Who cares?
You know what I'm saying? If I'm like she, that's blatantly disrespectful. But I also don't have to compromise and call you by your pronouns either, because we both know what it is.
Yeah. I don't know. I just don't care enough to let delusion just pass me by. Delusion is something that I cannot back up. Because if you don't stand for nothing, you fall for anything.
Right. So if I'm around her and I say she, I'm also not gonna be like freaking out trying to correct that either. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But people accept
I stand on my position, and respectfully, she has her own position. But to go out of my way to disrespect her, I'm not gonna do that.
Let me read it. Correct me if I'm wrong. Podcast was popping with the $5. Eating pork and getting pork isn't in the same boat, good brother. Yo, so here's the ill shit though, bro. So yeah, you get put to death for homosexuality per the Bible. You also get put to death for eating pork per the Bible too. So if the penalty is the same, they would be in the same boat. That's the irony about it. If that's the lens you coming from. So just speaking on that lens specifically. I just think delusions of grandeur lead to what? And people are having such an issue with all of this going both ways about who you are, what your pronoun is. We are enabling people, and then look at the results of that community. in terms of self-deletion and things of that nature.
So what's your solution?
Tell people the truth.
Mm-hmm.
Get them somebody who's going to tell them the truth in a professional setting. Not these therapists. The therapists are weak as fuck. They can't give you any answers. You need somebody. Have you ever seen that doctor on Instagram or TikTok? He be talking to like fat people. You ever see?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, he like Arab or something, and he speak real, just plain out.
Yep.
Like they need somebody like that who gonna walk in a room with a clipboard and tell them the truth every day, and stop medicating people, because when they're not medicated, they revert.
Mm-hmm.
So make people fight to get to a point of something that makes sense. Like I never forget that scene in Ray with Jamie Foxx. Remember he kicked the dope.
Mm-hmm.
And Jamie, I mean not Jamie, but he was depicting Ray the dope. No drugs, nothing to make it better. He just had to fight through it. That's how you come out on the other side. Not us coddling people. Everybody getting a trophy has changed to everybody being whatever they want to be based on what they say they are.
All right, so you're saying put people in a position to basically go into sexual orientation rehab, right?
I haven't thought through it, but yeah, let's say yes for sake of argument.
So, all right.
Not even sexual orientation. Yeah, that dude, this dude, 600-pound life doctor, he be wilding. One lady was like, she's like, I just eat what's in arm reach. He's like, so vegetables are never in arm's reach. Not orientation. I'm just talking about this. I can be and say whatever I want to be and say, and I can just lie and get respect for straight lying, i.e., dude in this video.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. Then you can't come for liars if niggas just be lying. You know what I mean? Like, it's a lie to you, really, because you're like, I see it differently. I see you differently. I'm not going by the fact that you never fucked a dude before.
He did.
When
he identifying as gay, he said in college he switched it all the way up. Mm-hmm. So with deductive reasoning, say this nigga's gay. Like, come on, man. He said he was. Like, he said, no man is saying, yo, I'm gay for sake of argument. That sounds crazy.
And niggas they ain't never been to jail said they gay for the stay.
Huh? Here you go with that shit.
You can hear him.
Wow. Wow.
They never said they gay for the stay.
I already broke that down for you.
So I'm saying if people could switch it on and off, you got to be fair in that.
Them niggas is gay. That's all I'm saying.
Nah.
That's it. Point blank. Period.
But that's his truth. That's what I'm saying. Y'all gonna have a different opinion about his orientation, but it doesn't mean that you have to accept that. But that whole concept of getting people to understand their life isn't right so that they can correct it, people have to first feel like it's wrong. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't feel like what you're doing is wrong, how you're living is wrong, what is there to go into detox over? That's another part of it. Because somebody else thought it was bad.
Well, did you see that he was like some masculine presenting in high school, then he switched it up, and then he had a dilemma, so he was using gay for sake of argument, which is crazy. Now he's here saying I like anything with masculine energy. You can hear the conflicts throughout his own narrative when he says it out of his own mouth. So there's something wrong. He need to have a real conversation with somebody who can understand it and help him get past whatever it is that he got going on.
So you don't think that he was living a closeted life and then started living and walking in his truth and just came out to be like, fuck it, I'm tired of having this mask on. I do fuck with women, but I just like masculine energy. And I like being more feminine.
You said, what is that? What is that he's saying?
He's putting the mask on, right? So you don't think that through that dilemma, like you said, that phase with that dilemma, you don't think that was just him like, I'm tired of living like this. Let me just come out and be who I am?
No, I don't. That nigga gay is all outdoors. Correct me if I'm wrong, podcast with the finals. If I'm wrong, Tell Q I got top bunk since we gonna be sellies. John the Baptist with the $10. Acts 10 and 13 through 14 out the King James. And there came a voice, rise, Peter, kill and eat. But Peter said, not so, Lord, for I have never eaten anything that is common or unclean. What are you saying in this, John? I don't know. Was he trying to address the pork thing?
I guess so.
Okay. Well, John, go ahead and read up the verse 26, 27, and you'll see that he's not talking about food here. He's talking about men or people.
But again, he could also be addressing the freedom of choice.
Hell, go ahead. No, I don't think so. I don't think so, Q. But this So John the Baptist with $5. Acts 10 and 15 to Acts 10 verse 15 of the King James. And a voice spake unto him again second time, what God hath cleansed, that shall not call not thou common or unclean. Yeah, he thinks this verse is talking about food. Q. I knew it. I've seen this argument from Christians before. So all they got to do is keep reading the 26 and 27, and they'll realize that it's talking about people.
Yeah,
that's all that is. I've seen this one before. And then they go to Timothy 4, and then they start at verse 12, maybe. And then they think it's talking about like you can eat anything. And then what I do is I refer them back to Mark 7 and look how Jesus wasn't just eating anything with his disciples. They were eating with dirty hands, which is commandments of men, not commandments of God. And Jesus makes that clarification. So not talking to you necessarily, but so they can get the right understanding there. But
yeah,
damn,
people need the Bible for clarity on how to live. Yeah, no, I get it.
It's a good ass book. And if this nigga was reading this shit, he wouldn't be sitting up here with his white girl looking like this.
Wow.
That's fucking hilarious.
Yo, oh man. Should I even drop the link or is everybody too confused?
Shit, fuck it, drop it. This might be risky.
Word, man. Damn, man. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. This shit is too all over the place. And the world is so easily manipulated. And I feel like it's super duper dangerous when we are saying your truth is your truth and my truth is my truth, because you don't get any baselines off of that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. However, I'm just not going to sit there and go back and forth with somebody who's convinced that they woke up a fucking lion. Like, okay, that's what you think you are, then that's what you are. It's no different than if I'm around somebody and they're like, there's multiple genders. I'm never going to be that person in the room that's like, you're right. I'm not that extreme. I'm going to say, no, there's two genders, male and female. I'm going to hold that position from the moment I walk in that room to the moment that I leave. Now, if they want to believe that they identify as another type of gender, that's some personal shit.
Q, there's this white girl out there. She says women they should take women's right to vote.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hearing what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Happy Intrinsic in the chat, wilding too. I'm thinking they made that's the problem with y'all.
Right, but see now you saying something else.
Y'all acting so early though. That's the problem, bro. Y'all niggas gotta stand. Listen, we can't accept everything.
You're right.
God damn.
You're right. Look, see, if they took women's rights to vote, I wouldn't have a problem with that. I wouldn't have a problem with that.
Yo,
I was speaking on the stuff with the patriarchy, right? Like how things are created in a way that benefit women more than anything when it comes to a lot of things that get passed, but it's a male-ran country. So yeah, if you're taking away women's right to vote, like that's that feminist shit that somebody who follows us thinks that I subscribe to that shit. Nah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hold on. John, do you have headphones in? I just got a note from StreamYard saying Android/Chrome has like an echo. I guess we'll see. Yo, John, what's popping?
What's up? What's up, fam? How we doing?
What's going on, John?
All right. What's popping?
That video is straight crazy. You can't promote that crap. It is what it is. Is that dude is gay and she is gay. I don't know what they're talking about, trying to justify their own truth. Their truth is a lie. Ain't no truth in it. It's a lie. We gotta stop entertaining this entertaining that that's their truth. No, something gotta be right and something gotta be wrong. And this scenario, call it what you want to say, Q. My belief, whatever you want to call it, according to my belief, they are wrong. It ain't what I said, it's what the Bible and what God says. It is wrong.
And John, how do you articulate it to somebody who's an atheist?
The same way I articulate to someone who's a Christian. I'm not changing my story because you don't believe it.
How do you convince them?
I don't have to convince them. It ain't my job to convince them.
What's your
It's
job?
my job. It's my job just to tell the truth.
But John, wouldn't that be your truth?
No, it's God's truth.
I
It's
think
not the truth I'm telling is not subjective.
John,
It's subjective.
is the one issue that you may have is you said my and then you said belief.
Okay, so if we're gonna trip over the word because I said my, we can trip over the word. I removed the word my, but it still doesn't change what I'm saying. It's objective truth. Comes from God.
Objective truth. Now
that's what I said. I said objective.
Okay. So my question is, but when you initially lead it off, if somebody's skeptical, you use the word my and the word belief. So those both are open to somebody disagreeing.
I get you. That's why I said if we're going to trip over the word because I said my, I remove that. I will retract that word, that statement my and belief, and I'll go back with this is God's objective truth.
Okay. Do you think
I just accept God's objective? I accept the God's objective truth.
Do you think that people are going to change their minds if you just tell them? How do you get people to think?
Are people going to change their mind if I just tell them?
Yeah, well, how are you going to get? Because I know nobody's going to change their mind sitting here, right now. How do you make somebody go back to their drawing board and write what you set up there and consider it? How do you do that?
So you asking me how I get someone to change their mind? How do I get them to go back to the drawing board?
Consider changing their mind. So
and to reconsider what reconsider what they're thinking, their beliefs.
Yes.
Okay.
So to give you an example, go ahead. No, go ahead.
No. Give me the context. Give me the context.
So I was on a stream. Shout out to CT. I was on a stream. They keep saying this risky. Come up here. So I go up there. They talking about what are they talking about? They're talking about personal relationship, right? They talking about God actually. So I give them a couple verses that said, you say you love God, but keep not his commandments. You're a liar and the truth is not in you. And then I give them a couple different things, right, which kind of refute that point. So then the girl was like, man, I've never seen these before. I said, yeah. I said, just go read them for yourself. Read all around it so you can get what you like, context, and then see if it makes more sense in this personal relationship that isn't in there in terms of the verbiage. She's like, you know what? I'm going to do that. So she didn't say right then, hell no. She was saying, let me consider it, because what I gave her and then how I discerned it made an impression on her. You see what I'm saying? So how do you do that with this when people think that their truth is the truth and that their orientation is okay?
So in your example, you believe that you actually did something, correct? You actually, your words made her go back and reconsider.
Well, based on what she told me.
Yeah. Okay. So let me ask you a question now. I'm gonna ask you a question with a question. What part of the process were you in? Were you the planning? Were you the watering? Were you giving the increase? And if you know, I think you know what I'm talking about. That's that question.
Mm-hmm.
See, and you can't answer that question because you don't know. Because what you're assuming that the words that you gave at that time made her go back and think. But you don't know in that process which someone else could have planned it.
She said she never heard that before. She said she never. Hold on, but she said she never heard that before. She never seen those verses. She never read Ecclesiastes that deep. She didn't know what the Apocrypha was. So I just gave you quick, insight into it. But I actually did the whole picture for her. She's like, I never saw that. I never read that. So that's how I know I may have been at the planning stage then. You see what I'm saying? But I understand your.
I'm in a bad area. Can you hear me?
Yeah, damn. I just did all that talking. You can't hear me. Can you hear me?
I'm boring out. I mean, you kind of boring because I know I'm in a bad area. That's what I'm trying to say. Can you hear me?
We can hear you. Yeah.
Put him in a fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
I can make out what you're saying. Though.
Yeah, but if you
go ahead, I'm still listening. I can still hear you.
You can hear me. No, I was just saying that she said she never heard it before, which makes me know that I was in the planting stage if she never ever heard it before. Yeah, John got bad service. Hank with the $2. What's good, Hank? John the Baptist and Q. What up, though? Q up here saying some confusing shit. We just had John on the hot seat. He conveniently got bad service, but I ain't gonna tell nobody else.
I ain't saying shit confusing. I'm just letting the people know. Live and walk in your truth. Fuck that in the closet shit, hiding shit. Be who the fuck you are. That's what I'm saying.
But Q, you can't. You have too much responsibility to people. You have too much influence to tell everybody to say what they think and what their opinion is matters. Mm-hmm. Everybody's opinion doesn't matter, and what they think can be absolutely incorrect. You have too much responsibility in this earth to be doing that shit.
So that's what I'm saying to you, Hint. What makes that guy gay? Versus if a nigga actually, because remember you said y'all was saying there's no such thing as gay tendencies. So I was like, yeah, niggas got gay tendencies too. But that don't make them gay. So no, he got gay tendencies.
He has gay tendencies. Plus, he said he was gay. Plus, he thought about sleeping with men and he identified as gay. And he said he went all the way in college. What does that mean to you?
So him, wouldn't that be a contradiction on your part then? If he said he was gay and you said that that's what makes him gay, but he's lying.
He's not. He's not. He is gay, but he's lying about not being gay.
But did he ever say he was gay?
And that's the thing about these type of videos. That's the thing about these type of videos. They purposely omit him blatantly saying that he's gay. Obviously, you can see it's chopped up because they want people to think that this motherfucker doesn't think he's gay. He already said it.
He actually said it in the video too. Pretty much, he alluded to it that when he went to college, he pretty much admitted that he tried gay relationships.
He said he went all out in college.
Yeah, correct. Yes, his exact words. Yeah.
So if that's what y'all heard and those are his words, then I'm saying he's living and walking in his truth. Where's the lie?
That he's saying he's not gay now. Come on, man. Q, come on.
You gotta stop saying. You gotta stop saying this is true, Q. You gotta stop saying this is truth, Q. You gotta stop saying that.
Why, John? Break it down. Give me some Bible verse to back it up.
It's not. I'm not even gonna go Bible verse right now. It's just like there has to be a right and there has to be a wrong. It can't be his truth, because his truth is basically it's a lie.
So John, if he said today in that video being with that woman, I'm masculine presenting and also gay, would that be better?
No, it wouldn't be better because he's still gay.
So Hamp, if he said in that video, I'm feminine presenting and I'm also gay, would that be better for you?
Yes, that would be a whole lot better, honestly.
So then you would say he's living in his truth.
No, that's the truth. He's feminine as hell and he's gay as hell. That's the truth.
I fuck with it. Go ahead, John.
No, that was it. That was like that's not truth at all. I mean, excuse me. It's not better. It's not better that he admitted that he's masculine and gay. It's because he's still gay.
Okay, but John, would it be true?
Okay, I see the point that you're making. Okay, yeah, it would be true, correct. If he was masculine and gay, as long as it's true, it's true. If it's true,
right. So can we have a level of respect for people who are honest and truthful, if nothing else?
I can have a level of respect for all individuals, but I can't have a level of respect for people who live in a. I can't have respect for his choice that he made. I can't have respect for that.
All right. Can you think of any choice that you make on a day-to-day, John, that would not be considered something good that somebody else might feel that way about?
Oh, something that I do wrong? Okay, y'all talked about it earlier. I got a problem with eating.
Eating what?
Food.
You eat pork?
Yes. but now, we can talk about that though. But you think pork is wrong, but I don't think pork is wrong. We can get to debate, but that's not the conversation today, though.
Wait a minute. I ain't say I think nothing. It's just blatant in the Bible. It's blatant.
Okay, actually, we can change the conversation if you want to, and the power change the conversation.
No, it's about picking and choosing, though. It's about saying gay people are wrong, but eating pork isn't wrong, and it comes out of the same Mosaic law.
Okay, so Mosaic law, right? Now, Mosaic law, which we all agree with, which anything go from Genesis, I think Genesis chapter 17, I think, all the way up to Deuteronomy.
No, the first commandment was given to Adam and Eve. Remember?
I won't disagree with that, but I'm saying that what we refer to as the Christian Mosaic law basically starts with we can say Genesis 1 if you want to. Yeah. I won't disagree with that because Genesis 1 is the creation story. Yeah. But the laws itself that actually Moses wrote came actually in right book. What God gave it to him was Exodus, I can't 21. It was actually just starts off in I think Genesis.
Well, in terms of you said Moses, so that would be Exodus 20 when we get the 10 Commandments. So, I'm saying when you say Moses, but yes, I agree with you. But that's cement. I mean, we just talking about that. But yeah,
gotcha. So those are the books that cover Mosaic law.
Yes.
Okay, so now when Jesus came on the scene in Matthew 6, I think it is Matthew 5, Matthew 6.
5 start at verse 17.
When he says, I didn't come to destroy the law, but I came to fulfill the law.
Uh-huh.
And he says that you're no longer held by the penalties of sin, the penalties of the law, but you no longer have the penalties of the law, but the law still exists. I think it's what you're referring to, right?
Well, it says that I came not to destroy, but to fulfill. And if anybody teaches any man, any people to not keep even the least of the law, they will be the least in the kingdom. So he didn't destroy the law. And then if you read Luke 24 and 44, he says he came to fulfill what's in the law and the Psalms and the Proverbs concerning him. So he came to fulfill Deuteronomy 18:18, Isaiah 53. That's what people misunderstand. And then what baffles me is how hard people go on homosexuality, but they out here eating chopped cheese sandwiches.
Okay, so to go forward, when I said the verse on Acts 10, in that vision, Peter had a vision about eating pork, and it was also talking about. I think he was dealing with I think it was Cornelius was his name, and Cornelius was considered to be unclean, and God was saying to Peter in that vision, He was saying that don't call anything that I've made unclean or uncommon.
Thanks. Yeah.
So therefore, in that vision, he was saying because Peter was trying to deny eating pork because it was unclean. I've never such thing unclean. And God was saying to him, go ahead.
John, I know, because if you read up to verse 27, it clarifies that the vision is regarding people. and it says it plain out verbatim. It's clean. You don't even have to discern it. It just says exactly what it says, that is talking about people, because what is the context? Cornelius. So God doesn't switch the food. He stays on Cornelius, and he gives him an analogy about the food. But then when you get to the end, it's talking about people. So that's the key.
I don't disagree that he's talking about people. I know he's talking about people. But then he also gives a illustration of the pork. And he's saying and it's correct. In the analogy, he's also saying that pork is clean and people are clean.
No, he's using. So think about this.
Okay.
An analogy. Is the analogy proving itself, or is the analogy proving another point? Why do people use analogies? To prove a point, or for the analogy to prove itself? Think about that logic.
Analogies to prove a point.
Yes. And what was the point in Acts 10?
That anything that God makes can't be called uncommon or unclean.
No, the point was people. Remember, it's about Cornelius.
No, listen, no. You extrapolating that the point was about Cornelius. The point that the scriptures also making, the point the scripture is making is that anything God make in this illustration and this analogy, he's showing that anything in this conversation, that the pork that God made, you cannot consider it unclean.
Does God change?
No.
Okay. So now keep that same logic and then tell me that he made pork clean. It doesn't make a lot of sense. But and then Jesus says that the law isn't destroyed. So you would have to understand, you have to explain to me why Leviticus 11 would be destroyed in that instance, because of an analogy used to clarify for Peter that Cornelius was not unclean. So that's the part that the Christians have an issue with, is they have to make it all work, and it doesn't work. And that's why so many people out here saying that the Bible has a bunch of contradictions, because Christians don't understand it that well.
Mm-hmm. So I will say that this is why I didn't want to get that conversation, but I will give you this conversation. I will give you this point to the conversation. I was actually going to admit anyway, I got a problem with
this. What happened?
Well, no, because now we're going into, because if you really want to go there, I was going to go into how do you break down law? I know this, you already know. How do you break down the laws, right?
Mm-hmm.
How do you break down the laws? Because there are three ways you break down the laws. I know you know. How do you break them down?
What, John? What, man? What? You still bothering me, John? You still bothering me?
What's the three categories of the laws? I know you know them, so go and break them down.
Nah. I'm done winning for today.
So you don't. So okay. So you don't know the three. You do know the three categories of the laws, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what are three categories of the laws? You may teach me something in this conversation. You may teach me where I'm wrong. So let's just have a conversation.
Tell me what your point is, and then we can clarify it so we can get everybody else in.
Go and get everybody else in.
Hey, John, you know I love you. Black Thoughts, what's good? Fuck Black Thoughts, he behind that. I can't even see him.
Yo, what's up, guys? How everybody doing?
Good, man. Good. What's popping, man? What did you want to talk about?
Nothing. I just want to jump in real quick.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I got to get back to work and shit for Matt to come with that whip. Listen. If you thinking about sleeping with men, you're gay. Like there's nothing after that. If you ever lay down and be like, oh, I wonder what it would be like to have a grown man piping me down, you're gay. Like that.
Wow.
Like not one time ever in my life have I been thinking about that. Like that. I mean, all this. See, this part of the reason why they trying to mess with language, because when you start messing with language, that also starts messing with your mind. Mm-hmm. And so now he can twist all the language and pretend like he's not gay. No, sir, you're gay. What are you talking about? And then you went and did something and you still want to act like I'm masculine presenting. No, you're not. Like, you have nothing to do with masculinity at this point.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Like,
now, Black Thoughts. What about this though? Let's say you with your lady in the bedroom and you do some, something around some side, shit like that. Does that make you gay? Q said yes.
Hold on. I don't even know what you're asking the way you. What are you talking about? If she gets the strap on out?
I don't even know why I'm tiptoeing. I say whatever I want on the internet. Now I'm tiptoeing. Hold on, let me get myself.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
So if your lady peg you or some shit, Q said that's gay, but the fellas
that's
like
that's gay. First of all, think about this, right?
Uh-huh.
You think your lady gonna respect you after she was holding your head down in the pillow, plowing you? It's over.
It's over.
It's a wrap. And how could you, as a quote unquote man, feel comfortable in that position?
Wow.
Damn.
Like,
but the Black Thoughts though, keep it real though. Technically, is that nigga gay?
Yes.
He's feminine presenting.
That's gay.
That's
gay.
What?
That's still gay.
Y'all ain't shit, man. Golly. Hold on, let me read this real quick, Black Thoughts, because you be starting trouble, man. Correct me if I'm wrong. Podcast with the $5. Is that mixed linens I see, brother? 100% cotton, baby boy. If me and Q gotta go, you coming too. I ain't going with y'all. Yo, man, you niggas is crazy. Salute.
Shit like that.
GKJ3, I appreciate you.
Shit like that.
Salute, Hemp. You already know. They up here starting trouble, man. I see Uncle Rick. He ready to start some trouble. I see. I can tell by the way he walked in here.
Nah,
we got
go past me. Go to everybody else.
You know you last. I got podcasts up here. I know he don't got nothing but shit to start. And Black America, what Black Thoughts? Go ahead. What?
Nobody's starting trouble, bro. It's just the facts. I mean, it is what it is. Just because everybody wants their feelings placated to. I mean, come on, man. It's just the fact. The fact is, if you thinking about men touching you, you'll mook. It's that simple.
So, Black Thoughts, this dude, he gay as hell. What?
I mean, first of all, I don't even like that pose. That whole thing looks zesty. She behind him, gripping him up. Isn't that usually the man's role?
Yo,
right?
Y'all crazy as hell, man.
Like I'm pretty sure she grabbing his ass behind there.
Black Thoughts, that's his truth. That's his truth, Black Thoughts.
That's his truth?
That's his truth.
Let me get your thoughts on this, Black Thoughts. I'm gonna get to who was up here first. Q, was it podcast or Black America?
I think Black America.
All right, Black Thoughts. What are your thoughts on the subjective truth that we were talking about?
Man, listen, there's only one truth. All that my truth and all of that is rooted in feelings and lying to oneself. The truth is the truth. That's it. That it doesn't work like that.
I agree, Black Thought.
Anyway,
Black Thought.
I'm gonna jump. Yes, sir.
Well, I just saying.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump out of here.
I just want to say I don't care what they say about you. I don't care what they say about you. You all right with me, man?
Yo, John, about this podcast, I'll catch up with you boys.
No doubt. Be safe, you heard?
Yeah, Ham. Thanks for having me, bro.
Always. Black America was popping.
Good morning or afternoon, wherever you're at in the country. Hello, fellas, and Miss Lady. I'm gonna still call you a lady today. How's everybody doing?
She identifies lady.
Good. Yeah, I do. That's my
You're not a new age She not a new age gay person. She an old school gay person.
Yeah, but bro, it's not the same though. You know, I guess because I'm older, right? So since I'm in my 50s, it didn't matter if, like, when we was young, and if a brother had on jellies or crayons, you know what I mean, he was gonna be put in the locker or a trash can or something. Like, we didn't accept it on any level. You know what I mean? It wasn't okay and it wasn't cool. So I didn't see the video with the brother who y'all are saying is gay. I just had you know, it just hurts me to think that, you know, there's no line of delineation anymore between us and them. It's like you gotta go all the way to redneck racist white boys for it to be a line of delineation now. And it's no, and it, you know, you're younger, you have Q, you had another brother on. It's not like I want to go hang them from a tree, but at the same time, I couldn't go somewhere. I couldn't go somewhere with a gay person. You see what I mean? I couldn't go hang out with a gay person. I mean, it's just, to me, that's my thing, and I'm wondering why us men have gotten so far away from that. You know, it's like little podcasters up here, right? Little podcasts be saying some gay stuff sometime. You gotta go to therapy, and if a woman is working and making the money, why can't I stay at home type shit? Like niggas don't even talk like that. But this dude get away with it on a constant basis. And I ain't got no smoke for little podcast. I just see it a little bit differently. So I'm just wondering, like why is this stuff okay now with you younger gentlemen? And I'll go on mute.
Well, so little podcast is closer to your age.
Yeah, but I believe in the man paying for everything and running everything accordingly. I don't believe in you know, it's cool for a broad to have some say, like if we gonna eat beef and broccoli, or if we gonna eat some shrimp fried rice. I mean, it's cool for things like that, but you know, I mean, I've heard him say things like that in the past. Now, I don't know, maybe he's, you know, changing his views on. I'm just saying, you know, past practice is what everything is. If we running out of an I formation, and we know that that's our bread and butter, when we get down in the fourth quarter, we running out of the I formation. We're not gonna go to a damn slant pass across the damn middle, because that's not gonna work. You see what I mean? For years and all this time, the things that we have done have worked. The gay people, whether they staying in the closet, and I don't care about you walking in your truth. Don't walk down my block if you're gonna walk in your truth, because when you hit this block, it's all about what is, not nobody's true, and this is right or that's right to me type shit. That's not the way it goes. It's going to be the truth. It's not going to be any particular person's truth. And that's my thing. You know, I just think that we as a, you know, I don't think there's a community anymore, but we as black people, I know Q like black people. I don't give a damn if you black, white, or green. We as black people are getting away from what makes us us. We didn't used to play this hokey pokey bullshit. If you had an uncle that was messing around with somebody's booty hole, you never seen his ass again after one of the other men in your family found out. Now the niggas come to Thanksgiving dinner. You know what I mean? And ain't nobody putting him in the basket. It to me, it's just a problem.
Word. Okay. Beans, you there?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Dada, thank you. Go ahead, Beans. He said you be wilding with some of your rhetoric.
Bro, don't nobody give a fuck what these bitch ass niggas online say, bro.
I'm at the point now where I'm starting not to let it stress me out because I can't put my hands on these niggas like I really be wanting to on the fin. So it is what it is. Like I'm starting to revel in the fact that these niggas is stupid. The fact that he think it's gay for a nigga to pimp a bitch, it just show me where your mind is at. And I'm glad you where you are and I'm where I'm at. And I hope I never run into you. That's it. Like,
wow.
He put no context on it. All he said was, you said it's okay for a woman to pay the bills. Abso-fucking-lutely, nigga. They asked for equality. We gave it to them. So to you, it makes sense for a woman to be vice president, to be a CEO, executive, to be a billionaire, to have all this bread, but it don't make no sense for her to pay no bills. You stupid ass nigga. Anyway, I came up here because I thought I was going to be able to hold John ass accountable for eating pork. And he ain't supposed to be eating pork, and tell him from this day forward he don't get to bring the Bible up no more to use it ever again to hold nobody accountable for nothing ever again. Right? But that ain't the topic. So I mean, I already laid this out the other day when we did the show, man. To me, yeah, that whole, your woman pegging you, that's different. That's her going to get something that's mimicking what a man can do. So yeah, in my opinion, that makes you gay. But all the rest of that stuff, a woman putting a mouth anywhere on your body, bro, ain't nothing about none of that gay. And that's all I really got to say about that.
All right, cool. So just to clarify, you down for the ass licking?
Me personally, no. I remember when my wife did that shit when I was 19, and I was uncomfortable. You know what I'm saying? I was uncomfortable, and I was just like, moving forward, I'm cool on that. You know what I'm saying? That's not something. I don't know if that's why she left me or not. I don't know.
So podcast.
You ain't gonna let me eat your ass? I'm out of here then, nigga.
Podcast. I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Is it wrong for a grown man to be knees to chest?
Is it wrong for a grown man to be knees to chest?
Wow.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know why? Because these niggas will be knees to chest when they're in the gym. They've been in the gym with a gym room. They've been in a gym room with nothing but niggas doing squats and shit and pull-ups and belly ups and all kind of knee ups and chin ups and shit. Niggas be in the back and niggas be playing football and be showering right next to the next nigga with his dangling out. So nah, niggas ain't finna tell me, even though I'm not doing it, but
Shit like that.
You know what I'm saying? Nah, whatever a nigga put his knees to his chest so his girl can have closer access to his balls or his gooch or whatever. Get down how you live, you know.
but you're not gonna do it though, right?
Nah, I ain't gonna do it.
Okay, all right.
I ain't gonna do it. I'm cool on that.
Wow.
Yo, man.
Y'all be saying so much sus shit. Like Black America, I fuck with you all day. Like, even though you said some shit about gay people that was like I could have easily been hypersensitive about, but like I fuck with it because that's your opinion. And you give me the impression you the type of nigga that stand on that shit. You know what I mean? But you're not gonna go out of your way to disrespect nobody. But damn, come on, Beans. God damn, you even had to think about that shit.
You know, this what's crazy about it. When we have conversations with women and we try to tell them about what it's like to be a woman, they tell us how the fuck do we know when we're not women. How can you say what's sus for a man and you're a woman?
That's sus. I mean, what's the topic, ain't it? Talking about a man. Hey, what's the topic? Feminine man and masculine woman. Right. So I got an opinion about it from my observations. What we talking about?
Absolutely. Right. So from your observations, so you've been in the room with heterosexual couples.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. Well then, guess what? You sus. What you doing in there? What you doing in there with a man? I thought you was gay.
Been in the room with hetero couples, you said?
Yes, I'm talking about why they having sex, because that's what we talking about.
No, I haven't. But you haven't either. You just watch gay porn, right? Lesbian porn?
Absolutely, I've been in the room with heterosexual people while they have sex. I'm heterosexual, and so is my woman, and every other woman I ever been with. And I used to body bitches with my niggas. So yes, I've been in a bunch of rooms with a bunch of heterosexual motherfuckers.
Wow.
Okay, so I respect you living and walking in your truth. I respect it.
Right. But I'm saying, how do you as a woman get to determine what's sus for a man? We don't get to do that. For
Okay,
women.
so all right, let's take me out of it. We go around the panel and ask everybody if some of the shit that's you've been saying is sus.
Right.
You can do it like that. Take me out of it.
You can take you out of it. Yeah, I'm not being mean. I'm saying you can take you out of it. You're gonna ask these guys on the panel, they're gonna say what they're gonna say. But that's them. You heard me say I wouldn't even do the shit. That's why I'm so weirded out about how you saying I'm saying such shit. I'm saying I wouldn't do it. But I'm not finna qualify somebody as what I consider gay is to be attracted to. I got a gay brother. I got gay cousins. I know what that means. It don't mean I'm in the bedroom with my woman and she putting her mouth on any part of my body. Makes me gay. That is the stupidest shit I ever heard. And I don't even know why y'all condoning it.
Question. Q, were you saying sus is like when he said let the woman pay the bills? Is that what you told me? Oh.
Did he say she could put her mouth on a nigga?
Yeah.
And that wouldn't be considered gay?
Yeah.
You said hold on, and you said anywhere on the body, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's sus to me.
That's suspect.
Right. So if a man puts his mouth anywhere on his woman's body, is that sus for her?
Mm-mm.
Exactly.
Hold on, man. Don't hit that button so quick. But if he sodomized her, would that be sus? But if she sodomized him, would that be sus? I mean, you can't make that shit equal.
See what you just did? I don't know if this works on other people, but Q, it's not gonna work on me. You just said mouth, and now you're going to sodomize. See?
Wait, if he sodomizes her,
you're going to introduce new
it would
tools.
be sus.
You can't introduce new tools to the scene and think I'm just gonna overlook it because I'm not.
Yeah, that doesn't. Wait, so if he has anal sex with his wife, he's sus?
No, he wouldn't be. That's my whole point.
But what do you mean?
See what I'm saying? But
sodomy though.
Huh?
Sodomy is sodomy though.
Yeah, I know that.
But
is it?
Well, no.
I get the point that she's trying to make. I get the point that she's.
What I'm saying is, because you're saying these things should be exclusive to homosexuals, right? That's what you're basically saying. So if your wife kisses anywhere on your body that you deem would be a homosexual path, then you would have to include sodomy in that. If you're saying that these things should be exclusively homosexual.
For men, yeah. So so for example, you're saying it's okay for her to put her mouth on your toes. Like if you would suck your woman's toes, did she do that to you? That's not considered gay or sus?
Hell no. Why?
That's suspect? No, I'm asking. Is that suspect? You saying toes is suspect now?
But y'all want to get y'all toe? Y'all.
No, I'm asking you a question. You trying to qualify our answers. We asking you a question first.
I believe that is sus. I don't think that. I've always said this. I don't think men and women are equal. So it's like y'all saying y'all want the same shit that she's getting, but because she's doing it, it's not gay.
What? Oh my God! I gotta stay off of fucking YouTube.
All right, hold on. All right, y'all rabbit holing me a little bit. Uncle Rick, what's popping? Let me get your thoughts in here.
Hey, shout out to you. What's up, Q? What's up, Beans? Everybody, how y'all doing, man? No, I think I'll build up back to where we at. I wanted to go back when y'all was talking about the belief system, right?
Yeah.
The thing is that you can't force your belief system upon nobody else. I think that's the biggest thing that's going on right now is that they trying to make you believe what they believe, right? You free to believe whatever. You could believe all the lies you want. I don't give two whatevers, right? But when you try to force your beliefs on me, that's what the problem is. The easy way to put it is like this, right? Y'all can say, especially with the self-titling, right? Self-entitlement has turned to self-titles, right? So you can call yourself your name and I have to respect you for that, right? But then you gonna name a straight person cisgender and then expect them to respond and respect that name. No, that's an oxymoron. You're doing exactly what you're asking people not to do to you, to straight people. Right? You can't force your beliefs upon. It's the same with the Most High God. Just because you believe it doesn't mean everyone else has to believe it, right? You live by your belief structure, and your whatever beliefs work for you, but I can't force my beliefs off on you, right? You're free to believe. It's when you try to, again, have your belief infringe on my day-to-day actions, infringe on what I'm looking to do day-to-day. That's when it becomes a problem, right? Now, as far as the sex thing,
well, Uncle Rick, question though. With that amount of freedom, have we been doing better or worse?
I mean, it's going to get worse. Simply put, because like y'all was saying, even though your belief system is what it is, truths are a truth. The truth is a truth. It's not a version of it, right? It's simply what it is, right? If you add gas and match together, you're gonna get a flame, right? Yeah. That's the truth. It's gonna happen, right? The sun goes up, the sun goes down until one day when this thing stops moving for everybody. It's a truth, right? And again, when I look at this, especially the way they're approaching it, the reason they go through the government and the government with policies, the schools, because these things, like you was talking about earlier, the therapists, you know what I'm saying? The reason why they push it through them, because most of these occupations are occupied by the feminine sort, right? The women. And I said this before, men are not meant to be malleable, right? We're not meant to be flexible. We are meant to be islands in the sea, whereas women are more flexible. They're more fluid. That's why it becomes as big as it does, because once women adopt a certain ideology, again, because they're flexible mentally, right, it becomes the norm. And no matter what nobody say, right, women are the trendsetters of society, right? The way women move is the way men gonna move, because the real game is that men are chasing women for sex and children, and we take care of them for that. You see what I'm saying? So again, it's about people being responsible for what they're responsible for as far as messaging and ideologies.
Okay, I get, and I'm not trying to. I just want to ask some questions on this point. So you're right here, but when I look at Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, right, places that have money and they have structure, they're flourishing. No crime, well, not no crime, right? But the crime is super low.
Yeah,
real structure, and a lot of their government is predicated on what they believe to be the truth. And I'm seeing them come here while we're going like this, because we don't think we can correct nobody, and we think that our beliefs are only our beliefs. So what do I do if I know I have the truth and I need to teach it to people so that they can at least consider it? Should I just avoid that, or what?
You should move.
Oh man,
you see what I'm saying, right?
I hear what you're saying.
For understanding, are you saying Sharia law? I just want to for understanding.
No. He just
saying
structure. He just saying as far as structure and belief systems, right?
Make sure, but go ahead.
It's not even just Sharia law. I see, but that's that again. If I could push it back on belief system shit, I believe we in Sodom and Gomorrah. I believe this is Babylon.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? If you know your history, you know that the American governmental system was built off of Rome. And if you go do your history on Rome, you know what they did back then.
Yeah, Saturday
right?
night.
Little boys was their lovers, right? This is how it goes. It's definitely built on nepotism, murder, killing. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And this is just a byproduct of that. As far as it being fixed, like I said before, what people don't understand is that you got to destroy the system. You can't fix this. You can't fix the system that we're in. It's not going to happen. Okay. The system works exactly how it's supposed to work. That's where everybody out here complaining, talking about, oh, I voted and they keep doing it. It's working exactly how it's supposed to work until the American people is ready to destroy it and build a new one from the ground up. It'll remain the same.
You know what? The thing that's sad is that people still don't know all of that. Like that's the actual sad part. It would be different if people knew and then they were just choosing to go along with it, but it's not. They don't know. And then when you have conversations and people don't know that, it makes it that much more frustrating. And you understand when you get to my age that you're gonna more than likely leave the world in worse shape than it was when you came in it, and that sucks.
Damn, you're right though, Bean. And Uncle Rick, I want to hear your next, because I know you were going to not a different topic, but the next your next point. You're right. I'm at a point where I don't get frustrated anymore. Like if I'm having conversations like with John the Baptist, but that took a lot of reps to not be like, yo, what the fuck? Because you do it so much. You know what I'm saying? I do it so much that I'm just kind of like, yeah, take a look at this when you get a chance. You know what I'm saying? Because I've been up to the point where I'll just be like, yo, y'all don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Not saying him, but just in terms of those type of conversations.
Yes, in general. Yeah.
Uncle Rick, what's your next point?
Oh,
yes, I was about to come in on that one, but go ahead. You cleared up.
No, go ahead, JB. You good?
Oh yeah.
No, you good. You good. He clarified.
You about to jump on? Go ahead, Rick.
Yeah. As far as the sex thing, it's just like it's called it's looked at the way it is for a reason, right? A man has a penis, right? He penetrates, right? A woman receives, right? It's the way it is damn near with every other animal in nature, right? So when a man is receiving, you looking sus.
Yeah.
You looking real sus. I don't care if it's your girl or not. You are receiving. You are not built to receive that, sir. A woman is built to receive, right? Mm-hmm. So if you going outside of that, I don't care if you're doing it with a cat, a dog. Hey, it's all sus to me. You know what I'm saying? A man is not built to receive. But again, that's my belief system, right? As long as you don't push your belief system off on me, we jelly. I don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
nah.
Hey, Rick.
You right, Rick. Go ahead. I just want to say real quick, John. Yeah, when ladies ask me when we had the body count conversations, right, Uncle Rick, right? Mm-hmm. We talking about body count, and I tell them straight up, it's a difference between giving dick and taking dick.
Exactly. It's like I said before, right? If you got a crib, right? You know you take care of your yard, right? Yep. You leave a rake or a shovel outside, nothing happened to it, right? You go, you wipe your shovel off, you wipe your shovel off or your rake, you get back to work. Leave a bucket outside by itself.
Fill up.
Leave a bucket, you're gonna get everything in that bitch. You're gonna get maggots, mosquitoes, mold, dead raccoons, squirrels, right? Because it receives and it keeps in what it receives. That's what and body count matters. I don't give a damn what nobody say, bro. Right? Y'all seen Maury? Right, body count matters. What women do, most modern women don't understand is that monogamy is for your child. It ain't for you.
I see that. That's a good point. You know what? It's an obvious point that nobody says out loud. You know what I mean? Like when you said it, I'm like, duh, but I never said it out. I never even, you know what I mean? Like clicked like that. That's simple. That maybe it'll resonate with them.
Right. I don't get like. As a woman, how can you not know who your child father is? Think about it. Like, think about it. You know every girl you hit. You know every girl you hit. And sometimes, me personally, I've done it, right? Every man that went down and wrote a list, man, star 1, 2 stars, 3 stars. You know what I'm saying? Right? Imagine not knowing what man you was with the day your child was made. Think about that. Think about how much activity a woman has to have going on in her life that she cannot remember the man she made a child with.
That's crazy.
Think about it.
That's crazy.
Yeah, Uncle Rick.
Yeah, we need those kind of
topic with your point to stay on topic with your
Nick,
position about
Q, after you get in, just make sure John get in real. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
For sure. Because we now have a panel full of men. One thing that especially lesbians catch a lot of criticism from straight men is the inability to procreate in a gay relationship. What do you guys feel about unique couples like this where that may not be the case with them because she is with a man?
I still think it's weird.
Thank you, Rillo. Appreciate you, bro, for the $10 cash app.
I sent you a link in the back, Hemp,
yes, sir.
with a video kind of like this. So I don't know if you've seen it before, but it was a woman posing as a man and a man posing as a woman that got the woman pregnant. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I just think why do people want to live in confusion? That's a confusing state, right? What do you explain to your children when they come out? Because your kids are going to have questions.
So that's a boy?
Yes.
And that's a
look at it. That's the man dressed as a woman, and that's the woman as a man, and the man is pregnant.
So they're both They're both trans people, is what I'm assuming.
Correct. They're
Which is why he can't get
heterosexual.
pregnant. Yeah, they're presenting. I think that's what that is. They're presenting as heterosexual, but because they're trans, the original she was able to get pregnant, but she's now a he.
But that means they're heterosexuals. If she
Wow.
dresses up, if he who believes she's a she, he's still a he down there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Right. And he that is presented as a she still is this. That's a heterosexual relationship. Why the mismatch?
Okay, but still, my question is, when people try to have that argument of, see, y'all are part of the problem because y'all are not able to procreate, and so there won't be any more children, and then you have couples that can in that community. Is that just still bad because you guys just don't agree with it altogether? Is it just...
I again, I don't speak for them. I speak for me. Okay, so for me, this is my opinion, my personal opinion. If you're a lesbian and you like girls and that's your thing, knock yourself out. If you're homosexual man and you like men, I got an uncle that's been gay as long as I've been alive, right? But he never had to go outside himself to prove he was anything but what he was, right? To me, again, in my personal opinion, right, it's a mental disorder. You don't have to move to be something else to be simply what you are. Right? If you're a gay man, hey, I'm gay. I enjoy men. It's not something I would do, but I would respect you for it. Right? Hey, I'm a lesbian. I like girls. Like I said, I don't want to hear no man talking about that he's gay and you've been with a woman before. You're not really gay. You're an opportunist. Right? The same with a woman. If she's talking about you got kids and you've been with men, you're an opportunist. You're a sexual opportunist. That's all you are. Right? And that's cool, but let's stop lying about it.
Damn. Somebody unmute.
Hey, listen. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yep.
My computer was dying. I'm gonna just keep it a buck. That's a shaming tactic. That's all it is. It's just a shaming tactic. It's enough unwanted kids in the world that we don't have to do all this crying about gay people not being able to make kids. Like straight up and down. We're not at no shortage of kids. That's just a shaming tactic. It is what it is.
That resonates with me.
But what about the statistics though?
Who cares? Like that's BS, bro. All that is fear mongering, bro.
But the podcast, you lean on statistics a lot. You saying in this instance they're invalid in terms of procreation?
I'm saying in this instance it's fear mongering, bro. Explain something to me. How can it be too many mouths to feed and that yet we're not, and at the same time we're not birthing enough people? Make it make sense.
Who said it was too many mouths to feed? Was that Uncle Rick? You just said that?
No, people say that all the time, right? It's too many mouths to feed. Why do you think we need fake meat and fake food? There's not enough real food to go around. It's not enough jobs to go around. It's not enough housing to go around. You got all these people moving from this country and that country. Everybody, like, bro, it's all fear mongering, bro. It's enough space in the world for everybody, and it's enough, people in the world right now. We don't need 10 billion people. We at 8 now. We good.
Well, I guess. Well, my point is, who's making those arguments, though?
I mean, I'm saying in general, the same people who. Well, I can't say the same people because I can't say that. I can't prove it. But I want to say the same people who makes the argument that we ain't producing enough are the same people who make the argument that it's too many mouths to feed. Like it's all fear mongering at this point. Like I don't understand how it's not enough people. You know what I'm saying? But then we're not creating enough people. But then at the same time, like if think about it like this, with black people, it's not even that we ain't creating enough. We just keep deleting too many. Let's get rid of some of them murders, get rid of some of them baby deletions. We'll be all right. Straight up. We 25 million down off baby deletions alone since like 1970. So we'll be all right, man. Like it's just fear mongering at this point. But all these guys that talk about, like, in the history of mankind, has never been a majority homosexuals. They've always existed, but there's never been a majority. Now, here's the thing about it. We have something that's being pushed and promoted and induced, actually, I believe, in this country, biochemically, right? So it's that's why when you said, what do you do? When you was talking to Uncle Rick, I said, move. You ain't fixing America, bro. It's people it's powers that be, and people in these spaces that are, like you said, Sodom and Gomorrah. That's not no accident. Like, all of this stuff that's going on, it's intentional. It's made to be this way. You know what I'm saying? So we can't fix it. We just got to deal with it.
Are you talking about worldwide? So when you're talking about, because some of the stuff you said, I'm not that sure. So are you talking about the world in terms of procreation? Are you talking about here?
Yeah, I'm talking about here. Yeah, I'm talking about here. I've never heard nobody say that procreation, it was a short of people making babies across the world. I've never heard that.
Yeah. So if you look at Italy, it was like 7 deaths and 12 births in like 2 or 3 months. So they have an extreme issue. China, remember when they had the implementation of 1 kid, then 2 kids? Now they paying people $8,000 to have children. So
like 2 billion people over there, some crazy number. Like, what is it? Like 1 billion people or something over there?
I think so. But I'm just saying, in terms of that, though, this is not something that just that I don't know if it's being propagated. This is what is happening.
Yeah, I don't think that matters, man. I don't think we got enough people in the world, bro. Like, if anything,
I think what they were saying in China, though. Oh, go ahead.
If anything, the problem would be is that we're not as intelligent and as knowledgeable as we used to be. I was watching a program the other day where they talked about how there was a time in America where the average high school graduated being able to speak more than 1 language. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the dumbing down of America has definitely happened. But I think that's the part of evolution. Everybody don't get to go.
Okay, you talking about eugenics, maybe? John, what you about to say?
Yeah, I actually wanted to make 2 points where we kind of got past now. Cause Rick was talking.
Nah, go ahead, you good.
Rick, in that you made a statement, Rick, and I want to kind of dig into it a little bit, and then I also want to talk about your video too that you gave to Hamp. The point you made was about your belief system. Your belief system is your belief system, and that you don't, what's on the world is just for you. Quick question is, do you judge the world by your belief system, though? No matter what it is, do you judge society and the world by your belief system?
Of course, everyone does.
Okay, I just would. And so when you brought it, the video, I was actually kind of on the subject too. I mean, I know it's on the subject, but my thing is, you're right. It is crazy. We're trying to. Why do we choose to live in delusion? And that's exactly what we're doing. And to me, what's even crazier to me is that I think we try to understand this delusion. I think, like, getting on panels trying to understand why people are doing what they're doing when they just chose to do it, and for no rhyme or reason, they can't give you rhyme or reasons to support it. It's just how they feel. I'm like, why we gotta get to conversation about trying to understand their delusion?
Because it's not healthy for you to hate people.
What?
Who said hate?
Wait. Hate's not healthy?
No.
Wait, well, let me ask you a clarifying question. Is love healthy?
Can be.
But is love healthy?
It can be.
But is love healthy?
It can be. I know if you
not a real answer though. You know that can and some always apply.
Absolutely.
Is love healthy?
At times, yes.
Is love healthy?
Bro, what you want me to do? You want me to say yes? Because I'm going to say yes and say, but sometimes no.
I want you to stand on it like you do 90% of your life.
Absolutely, but I've seen both. See, that's the thing about the world. Sometimes,
but you were definitive about hate, though. That's what got me off balance.
Absolutely. But I ain't saying that I didn't say it couldn't be useful.
Okay,
But
so you're not saying hate is bad.
Yeah, I am saying it's bad, but I'm not saying that it can't be useful.
You don't hate
Okay, so why is it?
pedophiles?
No, I don't hate. No, I don't hate pedophiles.
You
No,
don't hate pedophiles? The ones that like do stuff to kids, those people.
no, I don't hate them. I find them disgusting, and if somebody did something to my kid, I probably want to do something to them. But the thing about it is this: I need you to tell me why they're that way.
Why? There's nothing to understand.
Absolutely, it is.
About hurting a kid, you gotta go, and I hate you.
See, that's not what it is. You're not understanding why the kid is hurt.
I think you run into a problem of trying to be too philosophical when the truth is love and hate are necessary, and it's okay to hate and it's okay to love.
Absolutely. But hate is still bad though. Like if I said it was wrong, I had to correct myself. But it's bad, absolutely. If you moved around all the time with hate in your heart and hatred for everybody, it would totally destroy you. Absolutely.
But here's where the premise breaks down. You said all the time and everybody.
No, I didn't say all of that though. That's what I'm saying. When you asked me the question directly, I just responded to it directly. And that's why I said if I say it wrong, I'm correcting myself now.
No.
That it's bad.
I got you. I'm saying right now in that instance, you just said if you move around with hate in your heart all the time and everybody's what you just said just now. That's when you might run into an issue with love as well. If you run around with love in your heart all the time and for everybody, you're gonna run into issues.
Absolutely. But see, that's exactly why I was answering the question earlier. But if I had to choose which one I want to be 51 or 49% of the time, I would choose love. 60-40, I would choose love. 70-30, I would choose love. 80-20, I would choose love.
Why wouldn't you just choose? Why wouldn't you just choose which one you needed for the necessary situation you're dealing with?
Absolutely, you can do that, which is why I was saying it can be when he was asking me about love. But the point is this: what I'm saying is, you know, that book that you love so much, it says, "He without sin cast the first stone." My thing is that I'm not here to be judge, jury, and executioner. I'm not in no position to do that. So when he brings up the pedo, right? What I'm saying is, yeah, I can share the same disgust as everybody else. But the crazy thing about it is, are they choosing it? And when we start trying to have that conversation, we're gonna get the type of response that Hemp just gave me, which is, bro, you're being too philosophical. Nah, it's just that I've moved through this life feeling, saying, thinking, and doing things in a way that a lot of people judge me for without trying to understand me. And it wasn't even that bad. So I know what that feels like. And I don't want to exude that or participate in doing it to anybody else.
No, I understand what you're saying. I think I said try though. I think people try so hard to understand things that are unnecessary to understand. Everything in this life there's some things, right, that you know are bad, you don't deal with, and you hate them. You rape a woman, I hate you. If you molest a child, I hate you. Point blank, period. I don't have to discuss that. I don't need to understand your brain. I just know that you got to get up out of here. Because like Rick said, men, this is it. Sometimes the lens is like this. If I see anybody trying to get a kid into a white van, I'm intervening. That's the fucking job. I'm not trying to understand. Well, maybe he has an issue. Maybe it don't matter.
Right, but see, this is what I'm talking about. You're talking about you're doing the same thing. Well, let me not do that. You're talking about the actual acts, and I'm not. I'm talking about the person themselves. I'm talking about their mind and what's going on up there, the thing that I don't understand. And here's the thing: I'm not necessarily trying to understand it, but what I am acknowledging is, I'll give you an example as better yet. Hemp, the same way how you saying you feel about pedophiles, people feel that way about gay people. Why don't you?
About them being homosexual?
Absolutely. It's people that feel the same way that you feel about pedos, that they feel that way about gay people. You think that's okay?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there you go. So at least you're consistent, right? But at the same time, you're sitting on the panel right now with a gay person who you're doing business with and have a relationship with, right? And so I'm saying there's going to be some people in the world who probably do that same thing for pedos. They're not co-signing their behavior, especially if they're the type of people who not doing it. right? Who's going out of their way, taking medicine, whatever the hell they doing, going to church, whatever the hell it is that they doing, you know what I'm saying, to avoid acting on their feelings. You know how many people have to move through? Like, I have anger issues, dog. Like, for real. Incredible Hulk turned green, anger issues that have destroyed relationships, right? So I know what it's like to have you have something going on inside of you that you feel like you can't control.
Yeah, me too. I paid the price for it a couple times, but here's the issue though. Basketing homosexuals with pedophiles, rapists, child molesters I think that's where we gotta kind of delineate, because even the LGBTQ community don't want that P in associated with them. The little ones matter, and so that's why I used that one very specifically in talking about pedophile initially when I first made my response to you.
Right, again, but I need you respectfully to maintain your level of intellectual honesty. It's not basking them, right? It's making
like putting them in the same group is what
understand. Neither one of us has done that in this conversation. What I did was made the point that there are people in the world who carry the same vitriol for homosexuals that you carry for pedophiles.
Mm-hmm.
You see what I'm saying?
Can I ask a question?
And I got a homosexual brother, and if somebody did something to him because he's homosexual, I'm not gonna overlook it just because they did it because he's a homosexual, and I may be uncomfortable with that. They getting their ass beat.
Word. Go ahead, John.
So, Hamp, this question's for you. How do you feel about that community when they try to go into schools and teach their lifestyle to kids?
Oh, I interrupt. That wouldn't happen at my children's school. On my watch.
I mean, so you saying you disapprove of that? You disapprove of that?
Yeah, it's still It's still an abomination. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bro, my son, before he graduated.
Hold on, real quick. Was there a follow up, John, or did you were asking that to say something?
No, I was just asking the question. Just ask the question. I want to see I want to see what your, because that you made a comment. You made a comment just before that community don't want the P in their community.
Yeah.
Which to me, what I see is when that community don't want to be associated with the P, I think what they're doing is just as bad as the P, because you're trying to influence young kids' minds to go that lifestyle, and that's why I was asking the question.
I can see that.
It would just
Man, that's a big difference though. What y'all talking about? And Beans, you sound like you trying to justify that shit,
bro. What the fuck? Come on, man, stop. I'm asking nicely, respectfully, Hink. Don't, bro. Your voice matters in this space. Don't do that. I have clarified my statements very well, so don't say what it sound like I'm saying. You heard what I said.
This what they saying in the comments though, Bean.
I don't give a fuck about stupid ass chats. I care about people on panels, bro. We are
no. I'm not saying. What I'm saying is the clarification maybe not have resonated.
Well, let me say this real fast. Yeah, I don't give a shit about. I'm not trying to understand what a motherfucker is doing or what he's saying they doing. I don't give a shit. Fuck them. You fucking hurting the kid. I don't give a damn about why you doing it. Your history. I don't give a shit. Fuck you. Ham said, do I hate you? Yes, I do. You goddamn right I hate you. Because you shouldn't be doing this shit. Now, you being a homosexual, that's a goddamn choice you choose to do. Ain't got nothing to do with a goddamn kid, though.
Right, so you said you're not trying to understand them, right?
No, I'm not. I don't give a damn about them.
Okay, so
they can all die.
Okay, so here's my question. Please don't deflect or be dismissive of my question. If I said the same thing, then how the fuck does it sound like I'm justifying it?
That ain't what you said. You try to equate a homosexual to pedophiles. You say you try to understand what.
Got you. That's not what I said. So, like I always do with everybody else, since everybody else could tell me what I said, bet me $50 right now. The words "I'm not trying to understand them" didn't come out of my mouth.
Understand them? Let me think. Their mind.
Think about he could put the money up or not. He's the one who's telling.
I'm not betting shit.
Why not?
I'm just going by.
Stand on it.
No, I'm just going by what I heard, dog. Sound like you trying to justify.
Couldn't have heard it then.
That's what I'm telling you what I heard, dog.
Couldn't have heard
now,
it.
you if you can prove me wrong, prove me wrong. Don't do it for amount. Do it just because it's right.
Do it for money, because you niggas come on these panels all the time with this intellectual dishonesty bullshit, bro. There is no.
No, dog. I'm just telling about what it sounds like to me.
It's
That's
not.
what I'm telling you. What it sounds like to me.
If I said I'm not trying to understand them,
I got you.
How the fuck does it sound like I'm saying I'm trying to understand them? If I literally said the words, see, I just won $75 in the past 2 days off 2 motherfuckers for doing this same shit. You 50 off one, 25 off the other, bro. If you stop listening with your fucking feelings, right, and actually listen to the words that's coming out of people's mouths, then you won't have to say it sound like you saying. You could say, "Yo, I hear exactly what you're saying."
Beans, I got a question. Are you saying that there's a reason for everything, but there's not an excuse for it?
Absolutely.
Shit.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, some people don't have. I know people who have been so violent in their life, they don't have room for it anymore. I know people who have been so hateful in their life, they just don't have room for it anymore. It's some people, you can't participate in that shit. I have been a person who has been judged all of my fucking life.
Yeah,
I don't have room to be judgmental to people like that, except for when they
fucking beans.
when they stupid.
That don't fucking matter, bro. When you talking about certain
judge, jury, and execution,
when you talking about certain topics that I don't give a fuck what you've been through or what I've been through. Some shit get judged right then and there. If you dealing with children, you got to deal with it. You have to deal with it with a strong hand. You don't do shit to children or vulnerable people. That's why I put rapists in the same category. Women are weak as fuck. I don't give a shit how much they come up here and talk that shit. You don't know a fucking woman. You never seen a woman on TV that is as strong as I am. I don't give a fuck how much CrossFit you watch.
Absolutely.
So we gotta stop this shit, man.
It's nothing.
Some shit is different, huh? Your voice is too big too to be saying some wild shit.
I ain't saying nothing wild, and that's what I'm saying. Y'all are analysts and content creators. So if you misrepresent me and mean more than me to some stupid motherfuckers in the chat, I don't give a fuck about them. But if I'm saying, though, if I say certain words out of my mouth, don't dismiss those because you feel a certain way about the other ones, right? So let me ask you this, Hamp, since you're so strong on people being weaker. Do you put women who abuse children, like physically beat the fuck out of children, in the same box that you put rapists and pedos in?
I don't think I have in my mind.
Right. So let me get this straight. A man violating a woman's pussy, worst shit that could ever happen in the world. But women beating the fuck out of children, sometimes killing them behind this abuse, you don't put them in the same box. Somehow that don't get the same smoke.
No, I'm thinking. See, unlike motherfuckers who really want to always be right, I'm thinking through my answers. So when you presented it to me, I never thought about it before. So now, if you saying somebody who killed a child, they in that box.
Not if but they shouldn't have to kill them.
Well, you just said that part. That's why I'm thinking through it now.
Took a woman's vagina. That's what rape is. He took her vagina without her consent. He didn't kill her. He didn't destroy her. It don't mean he had bruises on her butt. Okay, cool. He didn't kill her.
He did kill her.
He didn't. Cool, bro. So semantics. Got you. You got it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna do that.
Go ahead.
No, we know what it is. You said rapist. Rapes means to take a woman's vagina without her consent.
Mm-hmm.
Still alive. She can point him out and say he did it. He can go to jail. All of that. She can go on with her life, get married, have kids, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Children get the skin beat off of them sometimes.
Yeah.
Flesh. This shit, they carry this shit into adulthood with them.
Yeah.
But we don't put those women in, we don't put those mothers who beat those kids like that in the same box as we put rapists and all. This is what I'm saying. It's selective outrage.
It's the same. I agree with you. It's the same.
But I'm not doing that to nobody. I ain't running around telling everybody they need to be as angry at everybody. I'm just making a point. I said already, I don't fuck with them. I share the same disgust as everybody else. But what I'm saying is I'm not judge, jury, and executioner. So I'm not holding on to no hate for these motherfuckers. Not to mention the fact, I would like to know why the fuck is all these strange ass motherfuckers. I would like to know why they that way.
Yeah, we can study their brains after they leave the earth. But no, you that's fair. I just never thought about it. Yeah, I hate those women too.
Well, there you go. At least you're being consistent.
Yeah, but I didn't want to answer disingenuously like I thought through that before. You know what I'm saying?
Man, absolutely. I got 100. That's why I said I see you as an intellectually honest person, bro. And that's why if you do anything less than that, it would disappoint me very much so, because that's why I come over here, because I expect that. Same thing from Hank. That's what I'm saying. If I rewind it back, which I'm not gonna do because I ain't gonna get paid to do it, but if you rewind the tape back, you hear me say, bro, I'm not trying to understand these motherfuckers, and I share the same disgust that everybody else share. What the fuck more do I need to say? That I would kill them? Why? For you? Fuck your feelings if you feel like I need to feel like I would murder somebody, nigga. Fuck out of here. How many of them have you killed? Not a one. So get the fuck out of here.
Let me read this super chat real quick.
Motherfucker that want to try to come at me and mischaracterize me.
Let me read it. DJ Nav, $5. What's popping? What up, Hemp? You know I'm here for the fuck shit and to cause trouble in the chat. Salute. You already Q, you trying to say something?
Yeah, I was gonna ask Beans another question. So, Beans, do you think that people hate what they don't understand?
Absolutely. That's why I always say understanding is requisite to empathy, right? So you have to, when you understand somebody and why they the way they are, like you might see somebody doing something, a certain behavior. They angry a lot. They carrying around this vitriol for men, and then you find out she was molested as a little girl and nobody did anything about it. She been carrying this around with her for a long time. Same thing with boys. You see these boys and they have this inclination or this desire to function with hoes a lot, and then you find out they grew up with a mama who every other day it was another nigga going in the bedroom with her, closing the door. You find out why people move the way they move, and then you have more understanding for them. But as it pertains to this, like I said, if it's somebody out here that's promoting being with kids, we all share the same disgust. We all do. You see what I'm saying? But understanding is requisite of empathy. You can't. It's very difficult for you to hate somebody when you understand why they are the way they are. I'm telling you, Q, when I'm in the same room with gay dudes, it's very fucking uncomfortable. I don't hate them, but when I see gay dudes hold hand or kiss, that shit is uncomfortable than a motherfucker. And I got a gay brother, right? So I had to try to deal with that shit. I still haven't really. I fake it in front a lot when I'm around my little brother and his guy. But at the same time, once I started real.
Damn, HB timed out Beans for 5 minutes, man. Beans, you come back at 2:19, right? Please, HB ain't shit, man. Somebody's about John. You were trying to say something. John, you there?
I'm good. I thought about it some more. I'm good. I'll ask you a question, but I'm good. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Uncle Rick, Hink, you guys been listening to the dialogue for the past 8 minutes.
I ain't touching this shit. Y'all keep this shit. Y'all motherfuckers be taking this shit somewhere it don't supposed to be.
I don't. I don't. My fault, Rick. Go ahead, bro. I didn't mean to talk.
No, you good. You good, my guy. Like I said, I ain't touching this shit. Y'all, people hear what they want to hear and say what they want to say on that shit. Because again, it's a trigger. So I'm not playing with no triggers. Because when I'm pulling, I'm shooting. So y'all deal with that shit. I'm not messing with that shit.
Yeah, no. Honestly, I wish the people that have had those sentiments could be up here to speak about that. That the gay community is fucking stuff up because y'all not able to procreate and all this other stuff and all their hatred towards that, or I guess their criticism, I'll say, to be fair. But then I was going to ask another question. So what would be worse, gay people not procreating and stopping that? Because apparently that was attached to this theory that the agenda is pushing. Or is it worse for straight women who abort babies?
Let me read this real quick. HB with the $5. Beans needs therapy, not StreamYard. And then Miss Jilly, 1991.
Shit like that.
Beyond Me, girl, with the $2. Buckle up. Be ready for brain damage. Damn. Ask that question one more time, Q.
Yeah.
Rephrase it, please. Please rephrase it.
Yeah, what would y'all say is worse for society? gay people getting together and not being able to procreate because they are two gays, or women, straight women who abort babies?
I see them equally.
I don't. I think abortion is bogus. Right. I think that's worse than. I think that's a bigger issue with society than homosexuals, to be honest with you. Right. As far as the impact, when you think about somebody aborting a child, that's somebody who's totally negating responsibility for what they did. It's a total disregard of the responsibility that you have. Right. That's why I tell people, like, when we had these discussions, like, you have, birth control. No, you having sex. It's a possibility you can get pregnant. Everybody knows that, whether you try to play like it or not. I'm young, I'm this, I'm that. I didn't know him. All those are excuses, right? Like I said, I have no problem with people that's homosexual, or I have no problem when I have questions, right? It's funny how I got a good friend, my wife, good friend, and she was straight. Well, we always knew she was, you know what I'm saying, like girls, you know what I'm saying? But she went and had babies with a man, right? And then pulled this man along and then dumped him, took the kids, and then went to a girl, right? I had questions for her. Then she got mad and said, I just had questions. Like, why did you mess with that man when you knew you liked girls? Right? That's the type of stuff I have a problem with. But like I said, if that's your thing, that's your thing, right? The same way I don't have to broadcast that I'm a heterosexual man is the same way you don't have to broadcast you're a homosexual man. You are what you are and you like what you like. Again, it's like I said, I'm not trying to put my belief system off on you. You cannot try to put your belief system. You can't force me to do it. That's all I'm saying. Right. And again, everybody try to play like there is not an agenda. When I work for the schools and I see it happening right in front of my face, when you go to a classroom door, this is a safe space. Everyone's welcome here. It's got a rainbow flag. You know what I'm saying? Right? It shouldn't have to be broadcasted if it's something that's supposedly natural and in the way of things. It should be no different than a straight kid coming to the door, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right? That's my problem with the thing. Right? And they try they try to make it like it's the norm when everybody knows, no matter what you say, it's what you choose to do, but it is not the norm. It is not the norm. Again, what you choose to do is what you choose to do, but it is not the norm. That's all I'll be saying.
So my opinion about what you were saying, is it an issue with same sex not reproducing? Look, it's a choice. If you choose not to, for whatever reason, maybe financially y'all can't afford to have a kid or whatever the case may be. Maybe y'all just don't believe in bringing a child to the world because you think the world's that dangerous. Whatever reason you have, that's a choice. But as far as deleting the child, yeah, I'm not with that. I'm not with doing nothing harmful or hurt to a child at all, man. I can't stand that shit. I
think those are fair responses. I think there's just people probably being more enlightened and trying to get more understanding. Like, because I think what Beans was saying, there's some truth to that. Like, people hate what they don't understand, and part of the problem is that when people try not to understand certain parts of gay people's, I guess, mind, how they concluded their lifestyle, how they got to where they are, and they're not doing that kind of work that Uncle Rick is doing, they begin to hate that. And so the same way that Hank feels about pedophiles, there are people who feel that same way about gay people to the point where they want to harm them because they don't understand it. And that's wild, because to y'all's point, they really shouldn't be in the same group, because on one end you're not hurting nobody, in my opinion. On the other end, you are hurting someone else.
Go ahead, John.
I don't agree with that logic. I don't have to fully understand the reason why why you decide to go the way that you went. Just to be considered empathetic or understanding. I don't have to. If I deem is wrong, according to my principles and the standards that whatever your belief system is, if your belief system deems it wrong, it's not. I don't have to understand it. I'm having to spend time figuring it out. It's wrong.
Right, but John, so
if that makes me inconsistent, if that makes, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say you could sit with them to try to understand it enough to not have that hate in your heart, but you could still walk away feeling it's wrong and not agreeing with it. That doesn't have to change because if your intention is to say, let me sit in front of you so that I can understand it and agree with you, then that's one thing.
But even so even if I walk away and still, if I sit down and talk to you, and I still hate the act, I still hate the act.
Right. So that's a difference though, because there's people who hate the people, not just the act.
Absolutely.
I always try to focus on the act. People. Yeah. Now the people who commit the act, I'm not. If they're not repenting, if they're gonna continue to live that same way, you attached to the act. You are attached to the act. I can't separate you from it because you're making the choice to continue in that act.
Yeah, I agree. I think you have to hate the person at a point. You may give them some grace if they're willing to change or at least mask or withhold from doing certain things. But at a point, I mean, the person is the act.
Yeah.
Damn, that's harsh.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah.
I think that's where women get disqualified. When things start getting harsh, you guys can't see it the same way. And therefore, you just got to kind of stand back and watch men be harsh.
Damn.
Go and look. Well, I'm not going to say I'll do this because I don't want to mess up your algorithm. But there are parts of society where they actually they will actually take a man out and shoot him in the head for committing rape or molesting kids or whatever the case may be, because they don't care. They don't know the reason. They don't care the reason why. They just know that he did it.
And
yet, so it's like.
And yet you just heard Hamp say that they study that there's a demographic of people who study the brains. So somebody cares. Right? The point is that somebody understands enough, because if they can I don't think these people want to figure it out to change it. I think they might want to figure it out to induce it. Same thing I think they're doing with homosexuality, right? I've read some things and watched some documentaries where they have presented evidence that I accepted as plausible to them providing certain things to babies when they're first born, and those shots and different things that can induce this kind of behavior. I think it's plausible. I wouldn't bet money on it, but I think it's plausible, right? And so that's what I'm saying. Why I may feel this uncomfortability around these specific people, when I have this information that says this person might have been made to be this way, then it's a little bit different. And now, and then, like I said, it's a little bit different when it's your little brother. It's a little bit different when it's your cousin. You know what I'm saying? And then you see people trying to hurt them based on this ideology. Now it's not the same. Now it's not you at school teasing somebody because they're gay. It's not you watching somebody put a kid in a locker because they're gay. It's not funny no more.
So a podcast, right? Not podcast.
John, one last thing. And I just wanted to say thank you to the dude who sent the super chat, because he proved my point. You see what I'm saying? He proved my point. There was no understanding. He think I need therapy, but instead of trying to understand why I need therapy, he proved exactly why I need therapy, because it's niggas like that.
Go ahead, John.
So I want to say this to what podcast was just saying. It's like you said different. We treat it different with somebody in our family. My son shares my name, but at some point of his life, when he was in his early 20s, he didn't share my ideology, and he made some decisions that went against what I taught him. And he thought he was gonna make no decision in my house. I said, look, dude, I don't care what you are to me. If you can't follow my rules and regulations, you out of my house. I put him out. So because the thing is like, it's not because love it is something you feel for your kids and for your family. But I also understand that love can't stop it not correcting the bad behavior. And so you gotta do the harsh. You have to do the when you can't because it's your family. You got to do the harsh thing and do what's right, not because and not stop doing it just because it's somebody who you love.
Yeah. Unpopular truth of the $5. Being gay hurts society because it keeps us in confusion. I always had that. I'm just to get you guys' perspective actually on what Bean said, because that is one of my issues with the world we live in. When things are so close to home, we relinquish our principles. We relinquish what it is. I've seen not all, right? All doesn't mean all, but people start to say, "Oh well, I got like Bean said, I got a friend that's gay. I got to cut because it's hitting so close to home," but doesn't make the truth any less true. But then people start to back off from their principles because it is so close, and I find that to be problematic. I know I'm not saying those people are illogical. I'm just saying I find it to be problematic. You know what I mean?
So is sternness. So it's people use words like stern, right? But stern turns into what's the word? Stubbornness, right? Hard-headedness, an inability to like you said, a woman needs to be flexible, but that's why you need a woman, right? Because you could be so focused in your logic and you can't see things from a certain purview, and your woman is there to give you that angle, right? So you just made the same argument earlier about when I was trying to say it can be, you understand on. You said it could be that to anything, exactly, and that includes being stern. Being stern for too long or too much or too hard could be a problem too, right? And
you ain't really saying nothing though.
Well, neither are you in the measure that you just gave, technically, Hemp, because you know why? Because you're saying it's the truth based on your belief.
What about what I just said just now?
Absolutely. Because you think that you believe that, okay, you believe that being gay is a problem, correct?
I didn't even address something. That was an example of what happens when things hit close to home for people. They start to their views, they start to manipulate them in their own head to make them adjust based on what's happening around them because it's so close to their heart.
Absolutely. I'm not disagreeing with that part. I'm saying, but when you saying that people will go away from what's true because what's true is true. Okay, how do you know it's true?
So I know what the truth is based on the things that I know, based on what I read, based on what I mean. I don't understand. Are you so now you're saying that the truth is so now you're saying that the truth is subjective then, right?
Absolutely.
That's what you're trying to say, but you're wrong.
Absolutely.
No, I said you're wrong. You saying absolutely to that or truth?
No, I'm absolutely saying that the truth can be subjective.
That's where you're going off.
It can be. It shouldn't be.
Right. It's certain things that you're going to believe is true because it resonates with you. You read it. That's why I tell people all the time, I'm not going, if you ever heard me say this, Ham, I'm not going to source bang with you. Like we be trying to talk about stuff that happened in 1619. They saying one thing, I'm saying another thing, and we both saying what we read somebody else wrote. So why are we arguing about that, right? Yeah. So I always tell people I'm not going to.
You said it, I heard you say that before, but Beans, you being is dangerous when you think truth is subjective.
Okay, so again, what I'm saying is not gravity exists because I can throw something in the air and it can drop down, and we call that gravity. Not that truth, right? But I'll give you an example. So the truth that a man, like what the guy said earlier, that a man's supposed to pay for everything all the time. That's not no truth. Right? That absolutely makes absolutely no sense when we live in a world, right, where women can be billionaires. So what sense would it make for a billionaire woman, right, to get with a millionaire guy and expect for him to pay everything? That makes no sense, right? So it's sometimes the things that we believe are true, sometimes they're not true for everybody. The only thing I can see that's really consistent is that we born and we die. Everything in between can be subjective.
Uncle Rick, go ahead.
I don't agree with that. I simply don't.
Yeah.
Just because I won't judge you for it or do something bad to you about it, don't mean what you do is subjectively the truth. Right is right, is wrong and wrong. Now, what you make of it is what you make of it. But just because you believe it to be something, just because you look at it a certain way, don't make it right.
Okay, so Ricky, you saying it's wrong to be gay?
I'm saying I don't agree with it. To me personally, it's wrong, but you do what you do.
Okay, so you're saying the truth is that it's wrong. So now you have to explain to me why that's the truth.
Do you believe in the law of nature? Do you believe in the laws of nature?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure. Well, I do, right? And I believe that when it rains and a seed is planted and there's dirt and soil and fertilization, a plant will grow. Is that fair to say?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I believe that if a fish lays eggs in a pond and another fish comes and fertilizes them, that there will be fish. Is that fair to say?
Mm-hmm.
Right. So everything on this planet has a purpose, right? Whether people want to believe it or not, when it comes down to it, especially within the animal kingdom, your purpose is to reproduce, right? Now, are you not doing your job if you don't reproduce? I feel you're not. But for me to judge you on that, I'm not going to do it, right? I don't agree with what you're doing. I think it's incorrect, but that don't make you less of a person to me. That don't give me the reason to hate you or dislike you or bash you upside the head with it. What you're doing is still wrong, but it's your wrong.
Right. Absolutely the same thing I said earlier that everybody gave me all that pushback for, but that's okay. So here's my question, right? So if my purpose is to reproduce, let me ask you this. Is there a set number that a man is supposed to reproduce?
A set number?
And hold on real quick. They hit Beans J Rillo with the $8 for Beans. Need some time on the bench, respectfully. So 233. Somebody do math that's better than me. Is that 241? 233.
I'm slow.
I'm right, Q?
Yep.
241. Beans come back at 241. Golly.
And like and to clarify, yeah.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, and to clarify, listen to what I'm saying. This is again where I came in saying your belief system. I cannot force my belief system on Q. I cannot force my belief system on him, right? What people do with their lives is what they do with their lives. Again, my problem with people is that you cannot force me to believe something that you believe. It's my belief, right? So again, what she believes she's doing is correct. That's totally her prerogative to do, right? But the same way, I don't expect her to push her belief off onto me that what she does is correct. She's free to live her life, but I'm not going to come in here and bash her upside the head for something I believe in, because it's my belief.
Mm-hmm.
So Rick, I want to push back again because I asked you a few minutes ago, with your belief system, do you judge the world? And you said, of course, everybody does.
Yes.
Now I'm not trying to play semantics.
No, you cool.
But then just a few seconds ago, you said, I may think that it may be wrong, but I'm not going to judge you for it. So can you clarify?
Yes.
Because I don't want to misquote you. I just want you to understand what you're saying.
You cool, JB. It's cool. Again, maybe I used the wrong word. I'm not going to treat her a certain way because of my belief system. You see what I'm saying? She'll have to prove to me she's a fucked up person before I go at her. It's just what she does with her bedroom action, I don't agree with. Right? This is the problem with people. Y'all believe y'all can't disagree with somebody and still be civil.
Oh no, I get you.
Right?
I just want you to clarify, but I got you.
Yeah, we grown at the end of the day. I cannot agree with something you say or do and still be cordial and still be a human to you, and vice versa, especially if I'm not the one sleeping with you.
Yeah. Let me read these real quick. L. Nixon, the voice of reason, was popping with the $5. Salute him and panel. Hold it down, Ricky, Hink, and Beans. Real shit.
Shit like that.
Lauren Mack was popping. Lauren with the $5. How do we define right or wrong, good or bad? Is it being indifferent to certain situations a form of being complicit? Yeah, I like that. We can answer this for sure. I like it. And I think Uncle Rick, that's what you just said that, you know, really resonates. For me, that's kind of how I live it out. I feel like you know, rape, the whole type molested, like you did something to somebody that just triggers something different. But if somebody's what is perceived to be victimless for all intents and purposes, right? Homosexuality, you know, I mean, people can, you know kids and all that, but you can coexist, you know, because to your point, it is not our job to bring out the judgments, but we can, you know, in terms of what the penalty is, but we can certainly tell you, yo, I don't fuck with that behavior. You could say that all day long and coexist. And you don't have to let those people get hurt and all, you know, things like, let's say me and Q is out. She know where I stand, right? But if somebody were to come and disrespect her, now they got to deal with me in some capacity. You know what I'm saying? So you don't got to let shit just fly either. You know? So that was a good point. Hold on, I got somebody in the back. Trigger Mike, what's popping?
What up? Uncle Rick, what's going on?
We doing the right thing. Let me read this real quick. Trigger, I got you. Bob with the $10. It's like rules to the game. Those rules are set, but there are countless plays that can be made within the bounds of those rules. If you choose to defy the rules, then there is a penalty. It's a good analogy. What's up, Trigger Mike? You been listening? You know where we at with it or what?
Yeah, I went there today. I ain't.
What's up, Trigger?
I went all the way there.
Good with Big Mike.
Uncle Rick started it. Yeah, him and John the Baptist basically been starting the trouble all day.
Well, you know, John the Baptist going wherever the hell he was doing. He dropped that for this topic. I'm pretty sure he done read y'all some verses.
Yep.
You're feeling pretty bad about yourself right about now.
Hey, Trigger, look at this. This is the beginning of the show.
The part that he always cites the version of the Bible.
That's key. Yep. But go ahead, do your thing. What you think?
Nah, man, on this particular topic, man, I've thought about it a lot because I feel like we've been smacked in the face with the culture. And this is really what I want to say about the other than hetero culture. Because I've noticed throughout our lifetime, I think that what was once underground in our lifetime as millennials and like Gen X and millennials is come to the forefront. What used to be underground has come to the forefront in the mainstream. And I always watched what, you know, a lot of foreigners would say and people would say about that particular movement, because like most of us, we don't want anything to happen to anybody, right? Mm-hmm. We don't want them to be slaughtered in the street, nothing like that. We want you to live your life the way you live it. We're going to mind our business, you mind yours. But I always noticed that people like, you know, one of my pastors, my father, some people, they would say that's not all these people want. And now I realize as a grown man, they're right. I don't think they will be satisfied until their way of life becomes the dominant way of life in the world. They can't leave well enough alone. That's not what it's for, because all of the movement that they're doing right now is based off false pretenses. It's not based off love. It's based off perversion. And they're trying to hide that now. Mm-hmm. It's based off perversion. It's based off child molestation. What is it called? Minor attracted persons, boy love, young girl love. It's based off of that. And they're trying to shame us as heterosexual people for being heterosexual while trying to create a new narrative for themselves. And I wish at least we could be honest about it so we could go back to our corners and it could kind of go back to being an underground culture, because it's not going to work. That I think the more you try to push it on everyone as it's a normal thing, the more you're going to start to get pushback, violence, and some of the stuff we see creeping up today. So that's really
hold on, you just said a mouthful. Pause. Let me just read this. Nixon with the $10 super chat. He brought Beans back. That was 5 minutes ago. Therefore, Beans has a $5 credit. So if you want to sit Beans back down, you need to send at least $6.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Anybody got a reaction to what Trigger Mike said? It's more than go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say I think what he's saying, there's truth in that.
Okay.
And I think the sad part of it is there could be a small number of people who are representing that, and then it gets seen as it's all inclusive. You know what I mean? Like, let's get the, I'm just pulling a very low number. Let's get the loudest 20 of the loudest people that we can get, push this idea, this concept, this agenda. And then if 500 people exist who live in this lifestyle, well, let's the rest of society assume that those 500 people also agree with that. And the 500 is sitting back like, what the fuck are these niggas talking about? I think that's the reality of it.
Why
But
are those
yeah,
500 so silent?
Right. That's hey, look, and this is where I might go left with it for real. That again, my problem is with the agenda, right? The agenda, right? And if they're the loud majority, if they're the loud minority, why is the majority silent? You see what I'm saying? I think that's the big issue, right? Again, I said this, I don't know, about almost 15 years ago, right? Once you control a person's belief system, you can make them you can make them go any which way you want, and that's what's going right now in today's times, right? They're farming the children to have a certain belief system, so when they grow up, it's already natural. It's not natural for real, but it's natural in their mental state, in their mental psyche, right? So that's the thing. Me personally, like I said, my uncle is gay. He's the nicest, one of the nicest men I ever known. One of the nice, just cool as a breeze. I love you, right? So when me and him have discussions, the stuff that he sees that's going on that I see, he like, what is this shit? You see what I'm saying? Everybody know it's wrong, but they try to make it the norm.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you said that earlier too.
That's my issue with it, right? And like I said, it's okay. And I'm not saying it's okay. I'm saying for you, it's okay to sleep who you want to sleep with. But again, to try to control and fall into the belief systems that these people are going with, especially for children, is horrific to me. That's horrific to me, right? It's crazy how, and it's going to be bad, but it is what it is, right? It's crazy how, right? In these arguments and spaces, right? People can say, well, the grown person's mind isn't developed until 25 or 26, but yet the agenda wants to make kids able to make their own decisions when it comes to this thing after you done filled them with all this information. Right? I don't see how people don't see this. Again, that's the problem. You cannot force your belief systems off on someone else. That's evil, right? That gives a person the right to take you out, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
So,
wait, can I ask my question real quick? I'm gonna get ready to drop down because I don't want to. I'm not trying to stop your money, but I ain't gonna keep letting these people do this to me. But I do want to ask this question to Ricky real quick.
Let me get this super chat out the way real quick, man. Bob with the $10. Cancer doesn't just seek to coexist within the body, it spreads. In society, anything that is naturally destructive seeks to expand because it cannot sustain itself without new areas to consume.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up over there in 1 second. Hold on.
Go ahead, Bean. That's your question.
So Ricky, by the logic that you was using when you were using nature, right? So I was asking you, how many kids is a man supposed to produce? It's an arbitrary number.
I can't give you a direct number. I can only go by what I believe, right? So again,
okay. I'm just trying to.
I got you, bro. No problems, right? How many can you afford? I hate to answer a question with a question, right? But how many can that man afford to take care of? I think that's how many children he should have.
Okay, so let's say he can afford to take care of 2, and he have those 2, but in his, what is it called, pleasurable sexual life, he still chooses to be with men. Is he still wrong? Because he by your logic, he did what he was supposed to do.
Say that again, Beans. My apologies.
So he, let's say he can afford to have 2 kids, and he produces those 2 kids with a woman, but in his personal private life, he still chooses to indulge in sex with a man. By your logic, he did his job. He reproduced for mankind. So is he still wrong?
Is it natural for you to be with a man? I say he's still wrong.
Right, but that's why the question always comes back to when you say, is it the truth, right? You said that the natural thing and the example that you used was reproducing. Well, he did that.
Correct.
Right. So if somehow, again, you already know where I stand on this. I'm uncomfortable, so I'm not trying to defend it. But the point that I'm trying to make is things that we try to stand on and say is truth. It's shit we read in books that other people wrote.
Understood.
Like,
Understood.
like most of the time that not, and I'm not saying that about you because I got a lot of respect for you. You know that.
Yeah, it's cool.
He knows. John too. He knows that. Trigger. Hink. They know this, right?
But Beans, but don't. Well, let him respond though, because he also said the word purpose. So if the man goes outside of his purpose, which is being with a man, you have to include that in a lot of what Uncle Rick said. And natural is also a point of that. So if a man is adverse to that, even if he wasn't initially, his point is still not rendered invalid. It's still the truth.
Right. So then you believe that pleasure don't matter. And you could say that and I would accept it. Right. But because again, I'm not defending it.
Yes, so I believe the pleasure is secondary to it.
Absolutely, which is why I said he did what he was supposed to do and provide.
Right. But again, to address your point, Beans, like if we talking in context, right? Just because he did something right, don't make what he doing the next thing wrong, not right. Because you see what I'm saying, right?
Absolutely. You and I both agree on me. You and I both agree. You know what I'm saying? That that's a problem. But I'm just like that's why the point that I was still focusing on was about the truth thing, right? But that's a conversation we'll have another day.
I hear what you're saying, though, B. It's cool, man.
Yeah, no doubt. Salute to you, bro. All right, hey, Hamp Man Q, great show again, y'all.
Hey, I love you, Beans. Be safe, bro. Holla at me.
Really, bro. One love to you, Trey,
right,
and John, man. Respect.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Yeah. They just kicked
So,
Beans out for 60. They just kicked him out for 60 minutes anyway. So I guess his time it was.
he probably felt it was coming.
Don't do my homie like that. Goddamn.
Damn. I had a question. John, you about to say something?
No, go ahead.
All right, real quick. Bob with the $10. One way to determine right and wrong is to expand the micro into macro. One abortion doesn't hurt, but how about societal abortion? Dang. A small number in homosexuality is no problem, but what about society? Yeah, I think that's pretty sound. So I know what we're saying about beliefs, right? If someone is doing wrong, though, how do we approach it? Are we supposed to just let it ride, or isn't that problematic? Because we know the truth is the truth. So when we need to intervene if people are doing things that are contrary to what's good or what's right or what's sound, or do we just let it ride?
Well, I can't talk about my belief system, so I'm gonna be quiet.
I think as a society to avoid confrontation, going to jail, you can't reach out. That's something that I hear a lot of women say all the time. Why don't men just go out and correct other men like that? That shit makes me shake my head every time. Not possible. You end up in jail or dead. What you can do is stay firm in your beliefs and let them beliefs be known outright. So you condemn. I see the condemnation of behavior all the time, right? I live around a bunch of conservatives. So they will condemn, not on my lawn, not in my house. You see what I'm saying? Take that stuff over there. We're not buying that. We're not entertaining that. I think that's more what you can do on a widespread scale. And that'll start to attract people who are just like you. So you could create a community where that type of wrong doesn't fly. But I think that's more effective than saying we can control somebody else's behavior.
But let me read this quick. Bob with the $5. Hank Beard picks fights and his face. Hank Beard picks fights and his face is the muscle that backs it up. This man cannot look happy if he tries. He's the true angry.
Wow. Last night on my panel, though, I was looking at Hank's face like, did I say something like piss this nigga off? That exact thing.
He be having that stern face.
I was
laughing like a motherfucker too. So
hey, go to hell, Bob. Go to hell.
Hey, it seems like if you walk up on Heat, you gotta have your fist balled up, ready to go.
So
how you feeling today?
Are you saying like it's like don't confront people directly?
Yeah, like guard your space.
Always a little bit pussy, a little bit.
I think you owe everybody a warning shot, bro.
Yeah. Well, that's essentially what I'm saying though, because
Okay.
look at how people interpret nuance. If we go out and say that people should be out correcting people, what do you think that's going to translate to for a lot of these immature motherfuckers out
Wow.
here? They're going to
So
violence.
Trigger, what you're saying though, right? At times I can be passive aggressive, but I do it intentionally because I don't feel that some people deserve my time or energy. So I give you a little smart comment, I'm going about my business. But there are times too where I would challenge somebody. If I deem it important, I will challenge you to the tooth and nails. And I think so. I think we get to this time and space where we need to start challenging people now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And you don't have to try to like carry out a particular judgment, but you got to let them know what they're doing is wrong, and then there's a judgment coming, right?
Yeah, I think that's partly accomplished in what I said. You know what I mean? When I said making your beliefs known, you're basically you can do that in a variety of ways. So let's go back to the school thing. I think I heard Hamp say something about it. Like I said, I live in a very conservative area. I'm also a part of the gun community. You don't really see people in this community taking a stance against individuals until you've seen that drag show and school shit. Like literally at the PTO, that's what it's called in my kid's school. The PTO meeting said, let them come to this school. I'm blowing fuckers head off. Like he said it in a congregation of people, right? Mm-hmm. So they letting people know, if you come try to indoctrinate my kid, we don't stand for that here. I will blow your fucking head off. Like they're that passionate about it to let them know this is not the territory for that.
Yeah, I mean, me personally, I think when somebody try to push it off on you, that's my time to address it, right? Like I said, I work in the school system, and they was trying that here. I was like, I'm not addressing you as that, right? Mm-hmm. We gonna go talk to HRD, and I'm not addressing you as that. This is a school, correct? Then adjectives, verbs, antonyms, and synonyms, they apply to something, right? You got an English class, so you are not a them, they. You are not more than one person. Right? So I had to go to the office, and I explained to them just like I explained to y'all. Isn't it funny how they can name themselves, but then try to name me and expect me to? I'm not doing that. So y'all had this or a lawsuit. Take your pick. You know what I'm saying? So,
wow.
Again, you cannot infringe upon me, and I'm not going to infringe upon you. That's the whole. What's the saying? Trigger Mike, don't tread on me. Don't tread on me. Right? Again, but you are free to believe whatever the fuck you want. By all means, go at it. But you cannot infringe upon my right to believe what I want to believe and see. And you don't have that right. The same way I don't have the right to come up. Oh, you this and you that, and you did that, and me and be rude within yourself. I don't have that right. Right? So you don't have that right to infringe your thoughts upon what you are is what you are, right? But like I said, I went to English class. I went to English when I was in school, right? I know what there are. I know what he, she is. I know what that is. You're not a she, sir. Yeah. You can recognize yourself as that all you want. That's your business. That is your business. But when it comes to you talking to me, you can't force that on me. Like I told you, self-entitlement has turned to self-titles, right? People have been so entitled that everybody thinks they're God within their own space. You are not God within your own space. He made you a certain way. The same way y'all say, I was born this way is the same way that you are a male. Is the same way you was born a female. You can't take what pieces of biology you want and use it at your whim. They don't go like that.
And to that point, Uncle Rick, I think this is all part of the design, right? Especially in our society, is to have war. It's almost as if war is necessary. So
it's inevitable.
Yeah, right. So when Hamp was talking about hate and love earlier with beings, it's like there can be good to come out of hate and a purpose for it. And there's good things about love that have a purpose, right? The same thing with war and peace. And I think that it's by design. So going back to what I said about the agenda and that small number, and then I think you asked, so why doesn't the majority kind of fight back against that? And it just reminded me of like the whole Black Lives Matter movement, like thinking about it from the lens of somebody looking in on America. it looked like every Black person was co-signing that shit. And so why wasn't it large groups of Black people always also protesting and marching saying, no, we not with that Black Lives Matter shit, that you didn't see that. So it doesn't mean that it doesn't exist, that there are these people that may be speaking out that may not agree with that. It's not that it doesn't exist. You're just not going to see it as greatly as you're going to see the people who are pushing the agenda, because it's intended for the agenda to be pushed. And that's passing through the patriarchy, actually. So that's wild. So that's what makes it feel even that much more like it's an intended agenda that's kind of outside of the control of the people, because they're going to do what they want to do anyway.
It sounds, I don't know, Q. It sounds like a little bit of a cop.
It does. I'm trying to piece it out, but it don't sound right.
Let me read this. Kasim was popping with the $5. There's a difference between privately negotiated modes of address and legislatively demanded compelled speech. 100. I agree. Romello was popping with the $5. Checking in. Strong panel today. You already showed, man. Go ahead, John. What you saying?
I'm still trying to piece it out. What she was saying, something just don't. It's not sitting right. I'm trying to figure it out, but it don't sit right.
Yeah, it just feel like you're just getting overwhelmed by the minority.
Like, if our society wants to push this concept of gay, even with gay people speaking out against it, they're gonna push that to the side and push that agenda of gay. It's like the people. How can I say it? It took a certain type of people to realize how fucked up the news actually was to stop watching it. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing. The news is gonna give you someone else's perspective.
So you're saying that the majority
you realize that after a while you stop watching it and you become more aware of what's actually happening around you. So
but you're saying that the news propaganda is going to be louder than the majority of people, regardless.
Then what? Yeah, if the majority of people don't agree, then you're going to have again that number of people that they're not going to speak on it. Not my business or my place. But let's say you got eight people that don't agree. Again, very small number. You got the 10 people that are loud. You're not really going to hear from those 8 people unless you're looking for it. So if y'all go into some of these videos, for example, on Instagram, where y'all seeing this wild shit, you'll see people say things like, I'm gay and I don't even agree with this shit. And you'll see that is certain up. So it's not like they're sitting back and not saying anything or sitting back and agreeing with. They're probably resharing and sharing their opinions about it to enlighten people like, yo, this is fuckery. But you're not going to see that the way that you would see them 10 people on the news up front with the fucking rainbow flags saying all this dumb shit.
So just for clarification, are you saying it's the majority who are pushing this narrative or the minority who's pushing this narrative?
I believe it's the minority that's pushing the narrative, which is the same thing I believe with Black Lives Matter, which is the same thing that I believe with a lot of stuff that we see in our society. I don't think it's large groups of people. I don't think everybody on that shit, but it's going to come across that way.
Because the news is backing the minority. Is that the point?
Right.
So do you believe that because there's a lot to benefit? Because like I said, my theory is that those minority, I think I even agree with you a little bit, that loud minority, it's their goal to make homosexual life the predominant way of life.
Mm-hmm. That's what I would agree with you.
Do you think the silent majority is complicit because they don't stand against? And that could go across the board with everybody because you stand to gain, right? Look at all you stand.
Hold on, Mike, let her answer the question.
And I was gonna say somebody put that question up, and I wanted to answer it. Lauren Mack. So, yeah, how do you define right or wrong, good or bad? I think right and wrong, right and good, would be something that's rooted in morals, and wrong would be anything outside of that, right? So that's just to start that off. Mm-hmm. And then she says it's being indifferent to certain situations, a form of being complicit. I think absolutely. So that's why I said that other group of people that's just like, yeah, it's not really my thing. Like I could whatever, care less either way. So
That's probably, I mean, this is a mature discussion all the way around, because the reason, like I said, most people don't want anything to happen to people of that community. I really don't care. Whatever they're doing doesn't affect me in my life. This is what I think I've been asked on a panel before. Would I care if my son ended up? Hold on, real quick. Would I care if my son ended up being gay? I got a son now. And before I was a dad, I'd be like, yeah, I would care. Fuck that. He's getting thrown out my house. But once you got the kid, you're like, damn, I'm probably still going to love the kid. This is what I've noticed what America is doing and what I don't agree with. If my son decided to live that lifestyle and he fully understands the experience of being a biological male first, he understands the dynamic feeling for a girl that had none of that blocked, none of the indoctrination that the homosexual community is trying to put on him, and he didn't like the experience of being a boy and decided to be something else, I couldn't have no problem with that. I couldn't, because I understand he grew up knowing full well, I'm a boy. This is what boys typically do. I'm deciding to live another life. The reason I'm saying that most people are complicit is that they're trying their best. They know that you have to indoctrinate people young to get them to turn over. If we want to become the majority, the predominant culture, and shame everybody else, we have to get the kids on our side. And we know that that's unethical, that's immoral. You're not supposed to do that. So that's why I said everybody that's watching that happen might be complicit, because we don't allow anyone, heterosexual, homo, pedophile, we don't allow anybody to get to the children. And that's what they're trying to do. So I think it's pretty terrible.
Would you rather have a whore of a daughter or a gay son?
Yeah, I was just gonna put that's in Samuel. That's in Samuel. I was just gonna bring that up. I mean, not Samuel, but Deuteronomy.
Yeah, whore daughter.
And I'm gonna say they both. I wouldn't want either one of them.
Naturally, but I'd say whore daughter. You can lie to some fool and still marry her off, but
I would get rid of both of them, but they both gonna destroy society.
Nah, John, that's like saying some. Would you rather have a whore daughter or a gay son?
You got to answer the question, John. You got to. We don't want them for sure, but you got to answer.
He's taking that question. He's taking that question from Deuteronomy. Actually, makes a point.
That nigga tongue tied. Would you rather have a whore daughter or a gay son?
Dude, I'm not tongue tied. I'm not answering that question because they both gonna destroy society. Neither.
Get him out of here, man. Uncle Rick.
Whew, shit.
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Would you rather have a whore of a daughter or a gay son? That's how people breathe when they get a tattoo.
Man.
Golly.
I'm trying to play it out in my head what it'll look like.
Don't play the game. Don't play the game, man. Rick. Don't play the game,
John,
Rick.
get him out of here. He's being a bad influence.
If I had to choose?
Yes, sir. You know the question.
Damn. Because the way I see life, right? The way I see life, I say I'll take a gay son over a whore of a daughter. I'll take a gay son. And let me give you my reason why, right? Because that if she a hoe, it's gonna come with a bunch of bullshit. It's gonna come with a bunch of bullshit. Unwanted babies, deleted pregnancies. Like, she ain't gonna never really leave your house because she ain't gonna get no man. You know what I'm saying? All a bunch of crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? That's a bunch of responsibility, man. Y'all go off and do y'all thing. You know what I'm saying? I'll see you at Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
wow.
Whore daughter will be a burden to you in your.
Put him in the fucking bed.
Yo, like Trigger Mike said, you can move that heifer to Nebraska.
But do you realize though? Let's say Rick. Let's say with your example, right? That was your only son. Your name just died.
Wait, John. Ho.
You can't add shit on. You know what I'm saying? The question was a question.
Hey, Uncle Rick, ignore him. He the one that hopscotched around the question.
No, I didn't. I most definitely said I'm not answering.
Scared. This nigga's scared.
Nah, nobody want to hear that. Hank, are you there?
Yeah, give me the whole daughter, man. God damn.
Hey, let's take a second though, because
Well,
I
hold
don't
on.
want anybody.
You got an answer still?
Me.
Yeah, you.
Yeah. What say the gay person? As a gay woman, no, I don't want. Listen, I'm
I
gonna tell
said
you
it in
right
my head.
now.
I'm not gonna lie. What does Q think about this?
I don't want no gay son.
You take the whole of a daughter all day?
All day and all night. It's just like for me, the idea of a nigga like penetrating my son just bothers me. That's for one. The other
Shit
part
like
of
that. Shit like that. Shit like
yeah.
that. Like that. Shit like that.
The other part of that is living openly gay for years. I know what comes with it. It's not easy, and I would never want my child to go through that. So to put that on them, and that's another issue I have. That's why I said I probably wouldn't be the most loved person by the alphabet community. That's another problem I have, is when people try to push gay lifestyle onto their children who may be gay. So like, I get that stereotypical question a lot. You're gay, so do you want your kids to be gay? No. Not teaching no gay shit out of my house. You kidding me? I told my son when he was very young, I think like 3 years old, how me and I was married to his mom at the time, how me and your mom is not natural. It's not natural for two people of the same sex to be together. But my shit is rooted in trauma. So again, I would never want my son to be gay, or any of my children for that matter.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
You touched on basically what I was gonna say, and I think a lot of people be like, "Oh, y'all are homophobes. Y'all don't want your son to be gay." There is a worry that comes. I got to worry about my kid's safety. I got to worry about him being ostracized and excommunicated out of our family. People won't want to come over. People won't want to bring their kids over or have him hang with their son. You lose, basically, your son chooses that lifestyle. You lose a part of your family. They look at you as a failure, like you didn't do something, or you allow something traumatic to happen to him to make him that way. Right? So you're just as complicit. They almost look at it like you just as gay. Right? So and then the other part of it, look at all you lost. When you look at your son, you look at yourself. Look at what I can pass on to this dude. My son is gonna be I'm an assassin. My son gonna be a ninja assassin. Like you're looking at all the things you can pass on to him, and then you're like, that's all lost. His interests are now different. I'm sitting here waiting for you to ask me the first time when you having issues with a girl or you want to kiss a girl. You talking about dudes. I'm just gonna walk away. Like I don't know what to tell you, man. So you don't want to lose it. It's like a bond that you always wanted to have with your male child that you can no longer have in the same way. And then, it's like you lose a part of yourself and an opportunity to bond with your son. I never want that, right? And I can still marry my whore daughter off.
Yeah. So, they got
but you just ruined another man's life though by marrying your daughter off.
He'd be all right.
Hey, he'll be all right. My bloodline lives, nigga.
Y'all no, your bloodline dies because
selfish as hell.
Your daughter does not carry your name.
I got one biological imperative.
Your daughter doesn't carry your name.
No, but my son does. And he all right. He like girls, all right?
Yeah, I got 5 daughters and 1 son. I mean,
the
odds are stacked against me, god damn it. But that one Negro,
I feel sorry, your kids can't even play outside at this point.
2 boys and 1 girl. 2 boys and 1 girl.
Yeah. Where you going? Damn, man, they want to go to college and shit, which is a whorehouse. I don't got a shot.
Yeah, my kids ain't going. They going online.
I'll tell you. See, girls gonna come responsibilities, man.
I got 1 and 1.
You got 1
and 1.
I
gotta get out of here. Go get my son.
Be safe, Trigger. Damn, man. Yeah, Press. I got 2 sets of twins. That's why. Yeah, man. 2 sets of twins, 2 and under. Shit is crazy. So,
yeah, man.
Damn, man. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. Damn, man. Now everybody got mad daughters. Somebody had to say it first.
That's y'all fault, man. Y'all determine the sex, man. That's on you.
Man, good gracious.
Mm-hmm.
Woo.
What else you got, Ham? What else you got, man?
This been a crazy
Ham, you didn't answer the question, Ham. You didn't answer the question though.
Oh, whore of a daughter all day long, twice on Sunday. Shit, you shitting me? I got one, and it's tangible. I got one son. Shit, my wife like you make him do everything you do. You goddamn right. Goddamn right. He got a 49er jersey. I can't even see him in it, but he got one. I don't care, man. It's like, it's what it is. You know what I mean? That's the protege, and he the fourth. So there's an extra level of, you know what I'm saying, incentive. But man,
all the hope ride with him, the whole game on his back, huh?
The whole thing. I've been teaching his sister's chants for him already. All that. I'm telling you, man. But hey, fuck them kids though. I mean, just, you know what I mean?
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit like that.
Fall in the age range.
He the youngest.
I didn't hear you.
He's the youngest.
He's the youngest. Oh.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He's the youngest, man. So I'm in trouble, man. There's a lot of goddamn kids in this house, man. Every time I come in the house, they in the house.
It's supposed to be at.
Just saying, daddy,
get out. You know what I'm saying? Get out. Damn.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm working on the backyard right now, Rick, to make it like a oasis for them, so I can just lock them back there. You know?
I hear you, man. Like I said, my days, man, is over, man. All my kids are grown, but I remember like running basketball camp, AAU, football, baseball, man, gymnast, boy, shit.
Everything, man. Yeah, they my two daughters, they the worst goddamn soccer players I ever seen in my life. I hate going to soccer practice. I be feeling all embarrassed. They running
money going out the window, ain't it? Just
like 30 minutes. I gotta drive 20 minutes. Soccer practice 30 minutes. And they only participate in 10 minutes of the shit. They drinking water, eating snacks.
Do they like playing?
No, they was daddy, homie. I'm like, yeah, I didn't want to come either. Shit, it just cost me $200.
So if they don't like playing, then why y'all making them go then?
They too. So you hoping, you know, my wife hoped that they gonna mature into it. I'm like, yo, look at all the Latinos around here. They don't got a shot in hell. They the worst players on the whole field. There's 10 different practices going on. They coach be speaking in Spanish 50% of the time. I'm like, they sure.
He don't even want them to have a chance.
They gonna learn a new language before they learn the game. Huh?
Exactly. She talking about daddy ayúdame. I said, kick the ball, Negro. Stay apprehensive with the $2. 5 daughters and 2 sons. Whores. Yo, y'all need to grow up. The chat is crazy, man. Damn. So, Rick, one question I want to ask y'all. Me and Q about to get out of here, but did you see the first video? You saw it, right? The masculine, feminine one.
Yeah. I seen that shot before. Yeah, man.
I was telling Q that I was just telling her that the truth is the truth, like his truth is his truth, but he being disingenuous as hell, trying to act like he's not gay when he know Stevie Wonder can see he gay. Am I bugging?
No. No. Come on now. Like, lie to yourself all you want. You know what I'm saying? Lie to yourself all you want. Come on, dog. Come on, man.
Come on.
If that's not the point, then why? You know what I'm saying? Like, let's keep it simple, right? If that's not what it is, then why?
So, Uncle Rick, my position was this. He said he wasn't effeminate, or what did he say? A female. Hold on. Feminine.
I want the truth.
had to get it right because feminine presenting straight male, right?
Why?
And so
Rick say,
this is
why?
what I was trying to say to him. So if he doesn't have any sexual interactions with a male under his belt, but he's only been with women, technically would he be gay or straight?
If he hasn't had any?
He hasn't had any sexual
None whatsoever.
interactions with men, only with women.
Hypothetically.
That's what he was saying. He said in college, he would tell people that he was gay, but he never went, just to make sense of it all, but he never fully went nowhere with a guy in that sense.
And then what? Oh, okay, so he wouldn't be gay per what you're saying. Keeping it a being. If he's never been with a man, he would not be gay. But again, why would he present feminine? What's the point of that?
I don't know, but realistically he is, right? Which would give the implication that he is gay. Like I said, I would personally tell him you are gay. Like,
right. But if he hasn't, but somebody, I say it all the time, they liars. They always lying. Somebody lying, right? So again, if you're not gay, why you're not feminine, right? Because you're on that one, you're polling the girl, the white girl, right? He was polling the white girl, right? Supposedly. Am I watching the video? Right. So why? You see what I'm saying? Everybody, me personally, I look at the knife. I look at the knife that made the cut. I don't look at the sore, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why if you're walking around feminine, men like femininity, correct? Most men, at least as far as I know, right? So if you like girls, what's the point of you presenting yourself as feminine? What's the point? Because it makes you feel good inside?
Whatever his reasons are, but I'm like, technically,
because he wants a man. That's why, right? He wants a man.
He's being truthful. Right. He's a feminine presenting straight man if he doesn't have a male body on his list.
I agree.
That's his truth.
I agree. No, it's not his truth.
We all gonna tell him he's gay.
No, it's not his truth. That's the story he gives you. You see what I'm saying? It's not his truth. That's the story he gives you.
You gotta quit saying it's true.
Right? But that's why I asked the questions, why? Right? Why? If you like girls, what is the end game? What's the sum game that you have to present yourself as feminine if you like girls?
That's a good question. That's the only question he could answer. But again, if he ain't fucking niggas, so that goes back to my whole thing I was saying on another show. Men with gay tendencies saying they are not gay because they say out of their mouth that they are straight.
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Men, supposedly straight men who are not effeminate, right? So there's gay guys who are masculine.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. So supposedly straight men who are not effeminate, but they have gay tendencies, saying that they are not gay. So the guys would say, well, if I'm getting what do they say? They gooch licked by their girl. That's not a gay tendency. That's not gay. But that, to me, that's a gay tendency because that's play around your asshole. Okay. But they would say, well, that doesn't make me gay. So because you say you're straight, that's not a gay tendency. Therefore, that's not gay.
Okay, I see what you're saying. But again, I'm not questioning. As I mentioned, I gave you the answer, right? No disrespect. That I don't believe if he's never been with a man, he's not gay, right? My question is again, why is he feminine presenting if he doesn't like men?
Mm-hmm.
That's my only question.
But somehow he's attracting these masculine energy lesbians that he's attracted to.
Question on this real quick. Just make sure we got the full context. What makes a man gay?
Having sex with another man.
He said he told people he was gay. How does he qualify as such?
So, but he said that because people were having a hard time accepting and understanding him for saying he was a straight feminine presenting man.
Well, it's a qualifier though. Doing something with a man, right? So
can I be honest?
Are you saying that he didn't do anything with a man after he said he went crazy in college? Come on, Q.
It's hard for me to believe he didn't do anything with a man if he's
presenting. It sounds like he's a liar.
Q know he's a liar.
He's a liar. I mean, he just admitted that
It
He
don't
went
sound
around
like
college
it is.
lying to everybody.
Right, but then why can't the same apply to masculine gay men, undercover gay men that are masculine? Because everybody's gonna say, well, he said it, so let's stick with it because he's not effeminate. I think the fact that this guy is effeminate makes it stick harder, like everybody can
No,
say.
if a masculine man told me he was gay, I'd believe him.
Yeah, no man's gonna play like that.
No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is if a masculine man did gay shit but told you he identifies as straight, y'all
Cute.
believe him?
I'd be like, nigga, you gay. If he
Yeah,
did gay shit, I'm saying, nigga, you gay. If he
So,
told me he was gay, or if he's a masculine man doing, Dwight Howard's gay, my guy.
So, but Rick, this is what Q's saying. Q's saying, yo, if you talking to one of your mans, he like, yo, I was with this girl last night. She licked up under my nuts. She's saying that you should say he's gay.
Wait, okay. Could you repeat back what you said?
Who, me just now?
Yeah, what you just said, right?
Yeah, so you talking to one of your boys, like, yo,
Right.
he was like, yo, I got this chick out the club last night. She licked up under my nuts.
Yeah,
She. You saying you should say he gay too.
Because that's a gay tendency. That's some down low shit.
Hey, call it what you want. He did it with a woman. Like I already gave. We can rewind the tape back. Like I said, if a man is taking something up his butt, if he's getting penetrated, that's gay. That's gay to me because men are not built to receive a phallus. You're not built to that. You see what I'm saying? But,
okay, so Uncle Rick, what about the guys who family man, never fucked the nigga, mad kids? He likes his prostate being tickled, so his wife uses a butt plug. Is it because she's doing it? That's not gay?
no, he's getting penetrated.
So then it's not. So then your definition of gay to him a few minutes ago is no longer like a thing, right?
Oh, because he's saying the woman emphasis.
No, I'm saying if a man is penetrated by a man or a woman, to me,
a man or a woman, okay,
to me, that's gay activity.
So that's the difference. I don't think that was said at first.
He
said that. He said that. He
emphasized on penetration, but then he just made it totally clean with man or woman. If you get penetrated, you gay.
Man or woman. Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear. I just heard man.
Hey, Q, question. You ever got your gooch licked before?
Mm-mm.
Try it.
No, that shit is gay. Y'all keep that.
Now that's what's weird.
I don't do that gay shit.
Dude, what are you doing then?
What?
Oh man, that shit.
That was good.
Hey, Rock, I know you just got up here. We have it. Can you hear me? Rock, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah.
What did you want to comment on, man? Because as you can see, Q's wilding. John been wilding. Uncle Rick been wilding. Everybody been wilding except me, basically.
Nah,
I'm happy to see you've been behaving. You've been behaving. I don't want you to be getting in trouble, you know.
Indeed.
But let's talk about the whole drag queening kind of thing, you know, because I saw this years and years ago, and I would tell people, the kids, I'd be like, hey man, this is what they're trying to do right now, and it's going to kind of turn into this, you know, like they're going to be in the schools, and everyone I would talk to would tell me, oh, it don't matter, it doesn't really matter, it's not happening right now, you know, type thing. And here it is 15 years later, and we're here. All I can say is people need to talk. We need to talk about it. We don't need to talk about it online. We need to be active. If you have children, be active in where they're going to, you know, and let people know that it's not right, you know, to argue with people, debate with people, you know, you got to break people down, basically. I mean, publicly shame them almost. Like when I see somebody in a mask, I'm just looking at them crazy, you know? So when you see some dude dressed up as a girl, just I don't know, you know. Don't accept it. Like homeboy says, oh, just accept it. Nah. Like get you, be a man, dude. That's all I got to say. Because otherwise, they're just gonna keep running over people.
Nah, you true.
So, Rock, I disagree with you in part because you're saying if they're minding their business and they're not pushing their way of living onto you, you're supposed to just have this energy towards them.
Hell
Because
yeah.
the only time I would take issue is if somebody's like, this, what I'm doing is this, agree with me 100% and don't say anything about it. Like, that's crazy.
Well, it's basically because it is one of the most satanic things you can be doing other than aborting a baby. I mean, it really is. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to attack anybody for their lifestyle or anything, but if you're trying to purposely not reproduce because you decided that you're attracted to somebody that is the same sex as you, and you can look around you and see nothing else really does it. Okay, dolphins are gray sometimes or something. Like nothing else in nature does it, because everything in nature understands the reason why they're here is to produce. Have something that's gonna live longer than you do. Basically, that's the basic of nature, the basic of evolution, whatever you want to call it, and that's how we got here. But if we make it normal for people to step outside of that normalcy of just what the basic principles of why we are here as living beings, and we just accept it, then what is our society going to be in 100 years? It's not going to be around. It's not going to be around. Regular people are not going to be around. You don't see any billionaires kid cutting parts and pieces off them. That one rich dude, Kardashian's dad or whatever, he did the change, but he even said he didn't cut anything off. So they're just pushing that agenda to get other people into it. It's like it's a church almost. It's a cult. It's Satanism. People can be part of Satanism.
All right, Rock, land the fucking plane, please. Yeah, please. AFR, what's popping?
How you doing, DJ Hemp?
What up though? How you? What did you want to? What did you want to? Damn, you got an echo. You got some headphones?
No, I don't know what's going on with StreamYard lately.
It's StreamYard with Android products.
Oh, is there a way to counteract that?
Headphones.
Oh, okay. I'll talk to you later.
Well, no, go ahead. You can make your point and then just mute when you get a response. That's all.
Okay, cool. It's just really not to go too much on the same point Rock has been going on, but it's just things are going to continue to disintegrate in our communities if we continue to ignore what reality is. Women can't be men can't be women. That's it. We just need to get back to one man, one woman, and just structure. That's it. People like to make it more complicated than it is. And all these alternative lifestyles that are accepted, we're just in a Western suicide pact, because it's gone beyond like Black folks in our community. We're just a canary in the coal mine. We're like you look on Twitter, you see the disintegration our community has gone through. The same thing's going to happen to every single demographic in the West. So go ahead, continue to tell kids they can be whatever they want to be, and we see the evidence of that, and they can't. So, and I'll just land the plane there. But I don't have any hate towards any other demographic, but we know it's a failure, because we know they've never run anything. They've never grown a great civilization. Every great civilization has been run by men. Okay, there have been certain times, and I'll land a plane really quickly. There have been certain times, there have been empires where women have administered and run them to a good degree, but that's very rare. So I'll land the plane. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah. I mean, I think that's consensus of what most people have been saying. If I'm not mistaken, you're just kind of low, AFR. That's all. Your mic is low. I turned you up all the way on my side, but it's kind of low.
You want to hear a funny fact real quick?
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
A trans person. Hold on, this is funny. A trans person bought Miss Universe pageant, right? They bought it. They're already filing for bankruptcy. Thought y'all would like to know that. Because no one's paying for advertisement. No one's going to it. Who wants to go to a Miss Universe pageant when it's owned by a tranny?
I'm thinking about Q's earlier point on that point, Rock, about how the propaganda is loud, but in real time, what are you actually seeing? Do you guys remember when Target had up the for the Pride stuff, and people pushed back, especially down in the South? I mean, they pushed back at that again, immediately. You also see Bud Light lost, what was it, like 40% market share or something like that?
Oh, it was like 53%.
53%. Do you remember that game? It was in Boston, up north, where the Bud Light line was completely empty, and the Miller line was like jam packed for beer and things of that nature. So you see it. So I'm wondering, they can't hide that stuff. It is what it is. The numbers are what they are, and the video is the video. After Kid Rock shot up the Bud Lights. You also see the ladies in the jiu-jitsu tournaments not participating when the trans men, the men who are, how do you say, trans women? Is that what it is? If it's a man being a girl,
I don't know, dude.
When the men who think they're girls participate.
That one. So that one, when the ladies are not participating in the tournaments. And then the thing about jiu-jitsu is there are no steroid rules and things of that nature. And people are like, but the girls won. Jiu-jitsu is highly based on skill, but doesn't mean you can't hurt somebody not knowing what you're doing and being that much stronger and more dense and heavier, so on and so forth. And so these girls were these women were purple and black belts. So the guy was like a blue belt, which I think one above yellow. So I mean, you don't know the techniques, but they just saying the strength difference and how they got taken down and slammed and how they had to pull guard as opposed to going for the takedown because of the strength level. Jiu-jitsu is one of those combat sports that is an equalizer for strength, but somebody can still hurt you. You know what I mean? So I'm just seeing it just because Q, I'm thinking about your point, how when it actually comes to fruition, motherfuckers is like, nah. You know what I mean? Not always, but go ahead.
No, absolutely. And I'm pretty sure there's a number of trans people out there. I'm not a part of that. Can't speak for them, but I'm pretty sure there's a number of trans people out there who feel the same way that Rock does, and when you even see that whole cisgender women conversation, they're going to show you a straight woman defending herself against a trans person. And then what that does is it creates a war between the trans community and straight women, when in reality that could not be going on at all. Like the trans people are just like, yeah, y'all are women first. Like we don't give a fuck about none of that shit. But it's just that constant war. Just keep people at odds.
Yeah, I don't know if they're saying that though. And also you're seeing the impact. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, but they could be, right? Well, it's like sometimes even when I have a position on certain stuff up here, I feel like it's people first time hearing it from a gay person, and I'm like, damn. Well, I know I'm not the only person who feels it.
I think women are getting impacted, which makes a difference. And it could be entertainment. So, like for instance, I see what's that show that people like on John, you about to say something? What's that show that people like? Tay Diggs is the worst football coach I ever seen.
That
All-American.
No, you notice how they tout the trans man on there.
Mm-hmm.
dudes like running for president or of the college or something like that. That often happens when I'm seeing it in women's roles. You don't often see it happen differently, like to men. I know previously you said men aren't a part of the agenda. If we were, we would feel the difference, but I don't think they can overtake us in the same ways and how they did like Caitlyn Jenner and things of that nature. So I'm just seeing some impact on women that could be detrimental.
Mm-hmm.
So
would you say that for the sake of conversation, we live in a patriarch society or a matriarch society?
Patriarch.
So what is really going on then if all this stuff is being passed under them?
You think that the men want to destroy women?
I'm asking.
I'm asking, is that what you're asking?
Because who's really? So we have a patriarch society who's really in control. If all, like, most of the laws that are passed.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Well, weak. Here's what I think in terms of U.S. Weak white men have shown up. Haven't shown up. So they allowed their country to have open borders, be taken over. They pass every agenda that comes across their table, and white men haven't been standing up for shit for a long time, and we've seen the results.
Yeah, I think that's my opinion too. Again, the black household shouldn't be run like a white household. You know what I mean? It's two totally different belief structures and foundations. You know what I'm saying? And white household, most people will see that the woman is basically the ruler of the home and the man, right? And my personal opinion, again, I think in most black homes that are again ran to what I believe is correct is that the black man is the head, the wife runs the house, though. You see what I'm saying? So whereas when in the Caucasian households, though, the women run everything. They run the man, they run the house. You know what I'm saying? He's basically just the ATM of the thing. And I think that's where a lot of our women learned it from, right? Because when you think about the women's right movement and feminism, when they was pushing for, all the men did was go to work, right? Go to work, make sure the housewife had the station wagon and, you know what I'm saying, the new range and the freezer so they can keep the butter and milk cold, things of that nature, right? So, and it's like, I had this discussion once before, like in black households when I was growing up, the mother ran the house. You know what I mean? When Big Mama said something, it was go, right? But when Daddy got home, he's the one who beat everybody ass. You see what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, he was the head decision maker, right? So, like I said, I just think when people, try to compare, say, hey, you should live this certain, way as far as a marriage goes in a household, the white way is not to go. That's built for them because most of their men truly are weak. They're weak. I should say they're weak on an individual scale, but they understand community, though.
Okay. Rock, you want to get in on that real quick?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of true what he was saying about white households. The women are usually in control of the money also. When the guy wants to go buy a new toy, he's got to go ask his wife, right? But I think more in the black household, if you got the money to go buy a new toy, you're probably going to go buy it and then kind of surprise the wife with it and not really care, but
yeah.
It's an attack on this whole thing's an attack on society in general.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. Damn, I feel like that's a whole nother tangent of conversation we can certainly go down for sure. I think I want to save that topic because Rock, and for context, Rock is I think Rock, your dad's black, right?
My dad's black, but I had a very unique situation growing up.
But your mom's white.
I was able to experience a lot of white people. Yeah, my mom's white. Mom's Irish.
Okay. Yeah. Just for context. Damn, man.
Yeah, to me personally, again, my opinion is that it's all about the breakdowns of families on all scales. Because once the family's destroyed, society will fall behind it. So,
yeah, 100%, man. Damn. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. That helps the channel the most. please get the likes up. Let's hopefully we exceeded the expectation of the likes real quick. So we had 132. That's pretty good. Lauren got the super chat here with the $5. What rights are LGBTQ missing as far as equality at this point? I hear the concern for diversity. What is missing that heterosexuals get and they don't? Okay, I guess it's a good last question.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Lauren. I think you're onto something. I don't really feel like there's anything missing to be screaming about. And I think one of the worst things they could have ever did was fought for equality with marriage, because I actually had a marriage that ended in divorce, very, very similar to what hetero people deal with. And as the defendant, it fucking sucked. It's like, who the fuck fought for this? And why did I take that path? So that equality shit is bullshit. Yeah, I think gay people should not be concerned with getting everything that hetero people get. And I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Lauren, just to answer your question, I think that they'll feel the effects adversely to what they expect, just like I think women to an extent have and are also, and they don't quite understand what it looks like. People want to guarantee equality of outcome, right? I think people should get opportunities, but you got to earn and be ready and deserve the outcomes. And then men saying, okay, you want to work. You want to be by yourself, be by yourself. You want to not get married and give me the pussy because you want sexual liberation? Sure. So, just my answer on that. What do you think, Uncle Rick?
We all responsible for what we're responsible for. I'm trying to tell you, like, you can't. I think that's the biggest problem. A lot of people, and again, this is where it comes with the entitlement and the participation culture, right? As long as you participate, you win. No, that's not the way it goes, right? If you want certain things, certain responsibilities come with them. And most men understand that. You know what I mean? The ones that don't get chose, they don't get families, they what y'all call incels. People don't deal with them. You know what I'm saying? Men alike, not just women, but men alike.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the truth is women don't want the responsibility that men have. That's just the facts of it. Y'all think y'all want it, right? Because the truth is we make it look easy. You know what I'm saying? Because we was born to do it. We was bred to do it. It's all we know. It's what we've been raised to do from the beginning of time, right? But when y'all get in it, y'all understand it's not what it looked like, right? That's the real appreciation that women should have for men, the things they're responsible for, the stuff you don't have to worry about. That's when you're dealing with a real one, right? Now, if you're dealing with something stupid, again, that's on both of y'all part. You know what I'm saying? But like, you can't do it. You can't say you want to have what the man can gather and grasp, and it's even, and don't take the responsibility with it. That's bullshit. Bullshit.
Yeah. Rock, you want to respond to this one real quick?
Can you? What is it? What are they missing? They're not missing anything. They want more. They want more control. They want more control than regular normal people. It's the same thing that's throughout history. The minority wants to rule the majority, and that's why the majority is confused by money and everything else that's going on in their day-to-day lives. And that's why we have the prices of things going up. Food's up 200% because they're trying to make people distracted by that while they're trying to make a digital currency at the same time. So it's just all these things going on.
Yeah, that's similar to what Bob said.
It's a distraction.
Yeah, that's similar to what Bob said, what you just said too, Rock. Cute. We got talking a little shit in the chat.
Yeah. That sucks. Too bad he didn't pay.
Yeah,
so I can't address
it. Damn, man. Oof. Interesting. Like, share, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend. Hit that like button right now if you can. It helps the channel the most. Hey, this has been a dope stream. I think, and Uncle Rick is in this space heavy. He been in this space. He can agree. This was definitely a different stream than maybe what we see on a regular basis, in terms of the subject matter, the people on the panel. the substance of what was being said and discussed, and even how civil the conversation was, because these topics can be very incendiary for some, very divisive. But I think with all that get understanding, and I think largely we miss that in the space sometimes. Damn. I like it. Uncle Rick, any last words? We about to get up out of here, man. Nobody extended the conversation, so I'm about to skedaddle.
Great work. King. Shout out to you. Shout out to the panel. Shout out to Q. You know what I'm saying, for being transparent. I appreciate that. But y'all know what it is. Take care of yourself and your family. Everything else will take care of itself. Y'all be easy.
What's your hold on, drop your channel in the back chat real quick.
All right, give me a second.
All right. Rock, any final thoughts for the people in the back?
Yeah, number one, guard your own. Make sure you don't deal with anything that you don't want to deal with in your day-to-day lives. And if you do, make it known, because you don't want to bottle things up. That's where confusion stems from. But yeah, nothing else other than that. A good show, and have a good day.
Be safe, Rock. Everybody, please follow Uncle Rick. What's the name of the show, actually?
Oh man, I got a couple of different shows going right now. My standard.
The channel. My bad.
Oh, it's just Ricky Williams # TWT.
You can select the you selected your name, right? Like the your username.
No, I just be clicking shit. Hold on.
No, you got, but you got a username like at
it's at at RDubs.
Okay,
at
all right, cool. Because I know that came out a few months ago.
Yeah, it's just at RDubs on YouTube. So my regular show is when I'm at work. I'm a working man. I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? I'm broke, baby. You know what I'm saying? So I call it's Truck Chronicles, where we just go over different stuff that's in the that pop up in the media, or stuff, relationship stuff, how men should move, how women should be moving. Right now on my show on Wednesday nights, we got book club. Right now we reading, where my book at? Right now we reading the Bible, The Black Man's Guide to Understanding a Black Woman by Sister Shahrazad Ali. I got tired of people saying, "Ooh, this book," but nobody ever read it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We got this one. We almost through with this one, and the next one we got coming up is a story everybody heard of. It's the one of a woman that portrayed herself as a man for 18 months. Self-made man. So this is the book afterwards. So we just got a book club going on. So you ain't got to read it. I'll read it for you. So
how you join the book club?
Oh, you just come on over, man, and subscribe to the channel, man. It's a live where I go for about an hour and a half on every Wednesday, and we just talk about the book.
Okay. So you read chapter and then you'll surmise it.
Yep. I break it down when I'm reading, and if we got any comments that want me to expound, then we'll expound on the subject that we on.
Okay. All right. Yeah, man, that's awesome. I do a lot of reading, but it a lot of shit is better together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I just realized that, and this space can be used for so much. I saw one channel where it's literally like Clubhouse. Is Clubhouse still out?
Yeah, I think so. Don't nobody use it no more. That went in and out quick, didn't it? God dang, bro.
It was the biggest trend. It's something about seeing faces. You know what I mean? But there's one channel they literally just they're talking about nothing and everything. I'm just like, that's they doing on their Saturday. You know what I'm saying? But it keep people out the streets, I guess. We did a stream, Rick. Last 2 Fridays ago was This Might Be Risky After Dark, right? And we're pretty no holds bar. Like, I don't really subscribe to that don't say certain words thing. Like, you got to say what you mean. And I haven't been flat, knock on wood. But it's one of those things that's got to say grape and shit like that, But after so we were on to like 1:30 a.m. and everybody started getting out the club. They start piling on, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Yeah, like, because it was 1:30 here, so it was 2:30 on the East Coast. Most stuff started to get closed, and everybody started to get on the stream. Like, it just jumped by like 50 people after the club closed. You know what I mean?
That's crazy. That's good work, man.
Yeah, so well, shout out to you. I appreciate you. I always appreciate your insight, man. Love is love.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Y'all have a great day. Be safe, okay?
Indeed.
Thank you. Have a great one.
Easy. Yeah, man. Make sure y'all follow Uncle Rick, man. I think insight is key. I think there's in this space. Rock, you got any last words? You good, right? I just dropped this channel too.
Just check out
go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna go sub there. Y'all check out maybe you, him, and Chaotic need to do like a little book club, you know, and stream it on all three, and then kind of get some kind of programming together, because there's no like set in stone shows other than yours, you know.
Yeah, no, that's true. I'm gonna
you got a certain time where you used to do your shows.
I'm gonna holler at CT too. She was sharp. Rock, are you streaming still? You start your channel, or are you still doing a Chaotic Reacts one?
I have my channel that I'm trying to get up there, and then I'm going to stream while I work, what I do every day. It's Rock the Big Gun on YouTube. But I'll change the name to Blackest Cracker because he's changed the name now. But everyone have a good day, man. Hamp's awesome. You should try to get maybe like a politician in here to do like an interview or something. Yeah, there's all kinds of politicians all around everywhere, so just try to spread the word as much as possible, because I think we have some of the best conversations on here, as long as everyone keeps it 100. Q, I really appreciate you being honest. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people don't understand that honesty. That's probably why a lot of people, they like to attack and whatnot. And I'm just shooting you straight. Where I have something to say to you, it's not me attacking you or anything. It's just shooting straight with you. And I appreciate your honesty. And we just got to appreciate each other and appreciate our opinions and understand what's right and wrong. And drag queens reading to kids in libraries is wrong. Okay, do not accept it.
Word. Right. All right. Be safe, man. Damn, Q, we did it. So this is the first actual show. I feel like we tried the pilot on the same slot as the This Might Be Risky show, but this one own slot, own time. I think we started right. Production was good. The panel came up. I think everybody did a good job. John got saved by his phone going out.
Yeah.
Because we was about to tear his ass up. Pause. So, damn, man. What you think, man?
Yeah, I think it went well. I'm so grateful for all the people that showed up and the super chats and fucking just the energy. Everybody who came up on the panel, and they're coming with their own level of transparency. You know what I mean? But it wasn't disrespectful. Everybody's entitled to their opinions and perspectives and whatnot. And I think that would be a beautiful thing to see one day, is people from all different walks being able to come together and just have real conversations without nobody being in their feelings and whatnot.
Yeah. And this is what happened today. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kicking Beans off, but I think he may have gotten kicked off more for it's not straight. I'm forward. Like, yo, just say it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And on This Might Be Risky, people gonna understand quickly. Ain't no waffling. Like, we understand all don't mean all. We know that. We know there's outliers, but we asking you to pick. If you had to say yay or nay, what's the yay and nay? You know what I mean? And if you didn't learn from this stream, you wasn't willing to.
That part.
You know what I'm saying? Damn, man. Any last words? Are you good?
Yeah. Just want to tell everybody, make sure y'all get y'all hats and t-shirts. IG logicclothing.us. You already know what the fuck going on. As far as the topic today, feminine man, masculine woman, living your truth. Y'all need some truth in y'all life. Make sure y'all get Shanae book. You feel me? Get that on ShanaeFulton.com. It's her healing journey. And I just want to say overall, I think the whole shit fucked up. At this point, I'm convinced everybody a little bit gay, but that's just my opinion.
Put him in the fucking bedroom. Get him out of here. Come on.
I love y'all. Be safe. Do the right thing. We'll be back tomorrow Myself in love, risky midday. You know she gonna come with some bullshit, but I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You feel me?
Shit like that. Shit
And
like
then
that.
tomorrow
Shit like
night,
that. Shit
Tuesday,
like
9
that.
p.m. Eastern, the ladies. Men don't want what they think they want. I'll give y'all more insight, but it's the live is up and running. So make sure you hit the like, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know. We premiere at least 3 clips a day. We got the live shows popping. So get familiar, get in tune, is worth it. And then of course, Wednesday, we got the This Might Be Risky original show. Do men know what women want? I got some questions for the fellas. I want to see what it is that they doing to get to the point where they successful with women, or are we just complaining about the shit? You feel me? So tune in, man. I appreciate y'all. Real quick, one time for the one time. Bob, thank you for the super chats. Lauren, as always, I stay hydrated today. Mr. Nixon, thank you. This might be your first time super chatting or being on the panel, so on the channel. So shout out to you. Bob, of course, with the wisdom as always. The DJ Naf, you already know. You was chilling today, though. You ain't start too much trouble. Dada, I see you. HB was popping. Miss Jilly became a member. That's dope. CKJ with the shit like that. And this what love really look like. All the super chats we humbly appreciate. But this wasn't about nothing but, hey, saluting the hustle. You feel me? So that means a lot.
Shit like that. Shit like that. Shit
Correct
like
me if
that.
I'm wrong.
Shit
Has
like
some
that.
dope ass chats. Hink, always a pleasure. It's a privilege when you get up on the panel. Everybody who clicked the link, because you don't have to. John was blessing us with all his Google searches. You feel me?
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But the one thing I love about John, he gonna stand on it, man. It is what it is. Romello, you already know. Stand for Henson. I appreciate you. Yeah, man. Like, share, subscribe. Whew. Tell a friend and tell a friend. We'll see you tomorrow. And we are out.